Dude, I'm always jamming to that intro. Always
I love it.
jamming to that intro.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna get sick of it, dude. I don't know if I
Yeah,
am.
I really really like the music. And hey everybody, see, we made it with only 2 minutes, one delay, and only 2 minutes late. Only one delay.
Only one delay. A delay.
Vandelay, Vandelay Industries.
Band
Do
delay.
you
Yes.
do you know do you know what that's
Seinfeld.
from?
Come on, dude. You think this is a game?
Okay. I love that show.
Love
There are a
Seinfeld.
lot of people that are just too old to know it.
That's okay. Let them miss out.
Um. Oh wow, you guys have been a little active over here. All right,
I can see
it's a new record.
a new record.
What? Let's go back. See, 1 minute late. Uh, there you go.
Oh, you guys, that's hilarious. Don't worry. The next unboxing is gonna be the chef's kiss.
He'll learn how to turn on the light switch,
Yeah, I'm
and
still
there are
trying to
these
figure
little
it out.
things called light bulbs. It's amazing.
It's
It's amazing.
a light bulb. Okay,
Bulb, not
bulb,
bulbous.
bulb. Okay, light bulb.
Bulbous, bulbous. So hey, how about that? How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you guys so much for making last week very, very successful.
Great.
Yeah, and apparently a lot of people watched it afterwards compared to most of our other streams. Some people had opinions that didn't align with ours, and other viewers attacked them.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
And I was like, that's what you get for having apparently not an agreeable decision opinion, just like that don't align with ours. I
I
guess
get
it's
those.
the internet. It's the internet.
I get
No,
those.
but there were a lot of people that defended us, and then some of the what do you call it didn't make it. YouTube's been pulling comments. I don't know if you have noticed that. Has that happened on yours? They'll go up, and then I'll look for them, and I can't find them.
There was one I think the other day, but I think it was on like a YouTube short.
Those I'll see it on the short. It'll say so many comments, and then I look, and I'm like, there's nothing here. And then I look to see if it's in my filter. It's not in my filter. So, and I see it on videos too. And they also been doing a thing where they do a like lock, where you know there's more likes because you can see it.
You can see it in your stats.
Right, but it doesn't show up in your. You either see it on the video and it doesn't show up in your stats, or vice versa. So the last one they did a like lock on mine for some reason.
Oh, that's
They
wonderful.
left it at 1 and 1.
Whatever AI system that they're running, dude, I blame that.
Yep. So, but thank you guys for being here. We just kind of went off a little bit. Yes, we have to get down to the nitty gritty. No, I did not make a video today where Nick over here
I went
made
ham
two.
today, guys. I made
He
two
went.
today.
He went.
Not
ham,
only that,
one
I made a
Yeah.
few, a couple, 2, 3 shorts. It's doing
Yeah,
pretty
I
well.
have.
Starfield, dude.
I have
2.5K.
shorts today
Your shorts were killing it yesterday, dude.
because it's all from the podcast. This podcast, people like watching the shorts for some reason from the podcast. I don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
but what is Cody saying here? It's happened to me on other videos. I'd leave a comment, refresh, and it disappears. Yes, there are certain things where YouTube thinks it's a filtered word and it isn't. So Cody's comments have hit my filter before, so I had to just manually approve them. But
That's weird.
he's like, oh, I commented on something and you deleted. I was like, no, let me go look, and it wasn't there. But it showed that there was a comment, like I could see the number, but there was no comment there. So it all depends, and he's not the only one. He's just the only one who's been vocal about it. But I know other people have seen it because I've seen it myself. I've put replies on comments, and they don't show up. So, is what it is. But yes, Nick decided to put up 2 reaction videos today where I
had
did
to.
none.
I felt it
I
in
did
me.
none. Well, I apparently I was very busy today, and I was kind of I wouldn't say nursing a hangover, but I was out till about 2 a.m. at Halloween Horror Nights.
That looked like a lot of fun, man.
I was I was there from 4:30 p.m. to 2 a.m. We got home just a little before 2 a.m. So we did every house. We did the Dueling Dragons house twice. Um, I had about 10 drinks and didn't even get a buzz.
That's called alcoholism.
No, it's because I was eating and stuff with it,
I
and I
know.
was going
It's
long
beer though.
points of
It's
time.
beer. Yeah.
No, I actually had other two or three non-beer drinks, but they were so light. And I was eating. I had pizza fries, and my wife ate some other stuff too. We had a couple different things, and I spaced it over a long period of time. And then I realized, oh wait, my wife was like, "Yeah, you spent like $100 in drinks." I was like, "Oh, theme park
Easy to do out
prices."
there.
Yeah. So before we get into it, I do want to show this. Oh, here it is. This really cool shirt that I got. So I was like, "That's really cool."
Dueling
Move it.
Dragons. That roller coaster still
Yeah.
there?
Nope, it was replaced
The
by
Harry Potter
uh
one
right,
themed.
right, right.
I went on
And they
Dueling
brought it
Dragons. It's
back.
awesome. Oh,
They
they
brought
brought it
it
back.
back.
Oh, okay.
No, as they brought the ride back as a house, as one of the haunted houses, and then that's the back.
Choose thy
So it's
fate.
yeah, it's only this is one of those shirts for the annual pass holders. So
How much would it
you
cost
get to
for someone from Massachusetts to go to Universal? Well, asking for a friend, your flight is probably gonna your round trip flight. There is a straight flight like south. I'm imagining like 500-600 bucks round trip flight, and then you got to pay a hotel, and then you got to get tickets. This man over here knows the cost for all that stuff. Never mind, he doesn't.
I only know I have annual passes, so I know how much they cost.
Mm.
But I could look it up
I
for
think,
like daily tickets and stuff like
gosh,
that.
I haven't been to the theme park since 2016 or so, and you're gonna spend 150, 200 bucks to get in.
Depends on how many days and if you do a park hopper. When my buddy Lich, he'd been on the channel before. He's one of the guys that I started the channel with. He came up last year, or was it earlier this year? I think it was last year. And we went to Universal, and he paid $175 for 1 day, two parks. So
That's a lot to do in one day. You want one park for one day, another park for the other. Otherwise, you're rushing around. It's too much,
it
man.
depends. It depends on what you're looking at doing. Universal's not that big of a park. So Islands is, but I you could do both in 1 day if you go open and close.
Epic Universe for Mario,
Oh
but I
yeah.
have absolutely no one to go with. You got to go to California for that, don't you?
In year and a half it'll be open here.
I heard that Mario Kart ride is a complete F.
Only if you're fat. Well, I'm sorry, but yeah, only if you're fat.
I'm sorry, you're not allowed to say that anymore unless you're overweight. Or no, unless you're bold and beautiful. I'm sorry.
Fat.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry. I don't. You, dude. Okay, just on that right there, I heard something the other day. My wife and I were watching the new Forensic Files, which is utter trash.
Mm.
Forensic Files 2. The old one was better, but they used a term and I never heard before, and I'm like, what in the world? Why didn't they just say homeless? The guy said unhoused. I'm like, that sounds stupid. That makes you sound stupid.
Unhoused?
Yeah. And I went, just say homeless. So sorry. It would
Oh, man.
270 count as fat.
And is
Depends
that
on how tall you are.
kilogram? Yeah, I was gonna say, is that kilograms or pounds? And what's your height? But
Yeah.
um,
Because I'm a little overweight. I'm 240 and 6 feet. So normally I'm usually sitting around 210. Just the last couple of years, thank you, pandemic. I
mhm.
gained some weight, so now I'm slowly losing it.
Dude,
Hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be back to about around 220.
dude, the highest I was, gosh, was last summer. I was like around 192 pounds. I'm 5'11", but
That was
I
that
dropped
was my that was my skinniest in the last like 8 years.
10 pounds. I'm actually like around 180, and my friends are telling me to stop losing weight, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
dude, that's actually not healthy.
no.
You're 180, 190 is a good size for someone 5'11.
Uh, I'm bulky ish.
So Oh, not
Anyways,
in your
moving
pants.
on.
What?
What games you playing, dude?
You just totally missed that. Good. Games am I playing? I'll give you a guess.
It's not Mortal Kombat.
No, that's one thing. I was supposed to play Mortal Kombat today because I picked it up earlier today for, well, if you follow me on Instagram, which you should at Red Bandana Gaming on Instagram,
I do.
and at RBG underscore retro, RBG underscore retro on X, formerly known as Twitter,
When are we gonna go
uh,
past that? When are we gonna move past and just deal with it
and just
being
call it
X?
X
Yeah.
because there are a lot of people that don't realize it's called X yet.
Well, we're gonna be the movement of change and just say X for now on.
So yes, on X, I did post it on Instagram that I picked it up earlier today, but I picked up the game because GameStop doesn't open until noon. So I had pre-ordered there, picked it up there, and the because my normal game store didn't get the game, said they weren't going to get the game today for Xbox or PlayStation. It was going to be delayed for them one day. Turns out they got it. If I knew they were going to get it today, I would have got it from them, but so be it, right? So I picked it up from GameStop, and then I got home. My wife had me run some errands. I went and got a haircut, and that was it. And then I had to watch both Nintendo, which we're going to get to that. This leads up to that. I did watch the Nintendo Direct and then had to watch the PlayStation one.
Watched them both. It was a great day
Yep.
today. Very productive all around.
There you go. And you know what? And I saw your videos come up and I was like, ooh, I want to click on them. I want to see. But the reason I didn't watch his videos, normally I do, uh, I wanted to get this live. I even put up a community post that said I wasn't putting up any reaction videos or anything about it today because I just wanted to watch it. I took notes and I did all that stuff so
Fair.
we can discuss it here. The, the whole thing is, I didn't know how to address it. So I'm going to ask you, do you want to do a comparison or talk about one and then talk about the other? And then
I think
how do you want to do this?
I think I think it's better we talk about the pros and cons of each and then give our opinions. That when we can
Should
compare and contrast together after
Oh,
that.
okay. Should we talk about Nintendo since it was first? Pros and cons of that. Talk
Yes.
about the pros and cons of Sony, and then compare them at the end.
Let's make a whole big meatball at the end.
Meatball. I had meatballs the other day.
I love meatballs.
They were really good.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yes.
it's one of my favorite food, but I digress. Meatball,
Yeah,
pizza,
me too.
tacos.
Meatballs and little dinner rolls. It's what I had. We had a church group the other night, and they had meatballs, and I was like, "Ooh, okay,
Oh yeah.
I like meatballs." So okay, we wait. What's going on here? What about blaming legacy media? What did they do now?
I call it Twitter and they only bring it up because of Elon. Yeah, because
Okay.
they're childish and they're old and don't want to accept change. So I could say a lot of things.
Old
Oh,
man shakes.
oh, damn those
screams like cloud.
billionaires. We're millionaires, but we're not gonna give in to the billionaires. Anyways,
And then us normies over here just trying to,
us regular
make a
plebs
living,
are
plebes, make a living on the social medias, trying to become what do they call our types? Influencers.
I don't like. I prefer
I hate
content
that
creator.
term.
If I
Yeah.
had to pick between it, I prefer content creator than an influencer. I think calling people influencers is a bit pompous and
Agreed.
yeah. Oh, we got D-Man
So
Gaming over here real quick. Yo, what's up, guys? I've yet to watch the trailers for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and Spider-Man 2 because I was at work, but I'm gonna watch shortly when I get
so
home. Been a
is
crazy day.
D-Man in your chat? Is he on Twitch?
D-Man is on YouTube on my chat. My buddy, my
Oh, okay.
brother-in-law is just popping in. Just finished Diablo 4 Season 1. All right, rock and roll, guys. Thank you for they're starting to come in on my end. Sorry, I'm gonna try to work on balancing comments on my side that you guys might not see and not
No problem.
interrupt the main thing that's happening here on the Red Bandana Gaming channel.
I wish there was a way we could take the chats and merge them.
I would love to be able to do that, and I'll look into it, okay? I wonder if
The-
we can
the-
maybe do something like that.
Because I don't. I thought when you restream from are you restreaming it through StreamYard or how are you doing it?
I am literally full screening our interaction right now through StreamYard. and then I have a setup on my OBS that takes
That's
this
why.
screen, and then I'm blasting it right now on YouTube, X, and Twitter or Twitch. I'm sorry.
That's also why my audio's distorted on your live streams,
Mm,
because if you just did it straight through, because I give you the option, if you do it through here in StreamYard, the audio won't be distorted, and then all the chats come together,
okay, we're gonna have to
and then we can
practice
see it in
this. We're
here.
gonna have to
Yeah,
work on this. I'm gonna have to look up some tutorials, but
yeah,
didn't realize
yeah.
that your chat. I just clicked the first one. Yeah. Oh no, nice, nice, D man. Well, you accidentally
He's
clicked mine.
he's like he's like,
He
I'm
accidentally
leaving.
clicked mine. He
Jump in
probably
the
meant to go to your channel. Whoops. But
because yeah, he wants to be where all the action is over here.
all the action's really hanging out at on Red Bandana's side. But we're trying to do is we're trying to spread this to a mass audience. So if we can have
Right,
a
get as
reach
many people as we can.
over here, you know, you never know who's watching. But so do you want to start with? Let's start with Nintendo Direct because it was the first one. Um,
Yeah. Oh, Dave, watching TV with the wife. Logan, are you picking up the three new? Of course
oh
I am,
man, do
Dave.
they look great? Do they
Of
look
course
great?
I am. You know what's funny? The
I
fact
forgot to
that you
talk
mentioned
about
that,
that.
the fact that Dave mentioned this, I went to my wife and I was like, right as I was setting up and everything, and I'm like, hey, Sony just announced three new controllers. And then she went, what are they trying to do? Take our money? And I was like, yeah, no,
Did you
no,
see how
they
nice
heard
the
that.
red looks?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna get the red. The blue's really nice
I don't
too,
even have a
but man,
PlayStation 5 and I want the red
and
one.
that the silver's looking good.
The,
And the thing is, I don't need the plates because I already have red and blue plates.
yeah,
But
plates are a dime a dozen. Who cares? The
the
controllers though.
PlayStation plates have the cutout for the P for the PS
Oh, that's nice.
logo. So, but I did tell, I went to my wife and I was like, you know what? They probably, Sony's watching my channel and they went, you know what? Since Power Ace aligned themselves with him and they're, giving him stuff, we're going to put more stuff out so he has to buy it and we're not going to give it to him
Yep, there you go.
because I like Power A. And Power A doesn't do anything for PlayStation except chargers and cables. So, but that's fine. That's fine with me. But
Appreciate
thanks,
that
Dave.
super
I
chat.
appreciate that. And I noticed Dave, if I'm not mistaken, did follow us on the Facebook.
The book
So
of the
my
face,
wife,
yes.
like, I've been trying to put more over there. My wife had
It's
been
dead, dude.
running
Facebook
the
is
Facebook
dead.
for a while. She's more on Facebook than I am, but I'm like, I forgot I had it, and then she stopped posting things. So now I'm posting as much as I can just to get it out there because I have 1,800 followers over there. So I was like, all right,
Try
let
and reach
me,
out there, yeah.
yeah. So with that being said, let's jump back to the Nintendo because we just touched on Sony a little bit there. I made a list. I actually made a
It's all
list.
up here for me. All up here.
So I made a list for both the PlayStation and I should have put it up on my computer, but I was taking notes on my phone while I was watching it of just the games I liked because Nintendo had quite a bit of content.
They did.
And a lot of people were thinking it was mid. And I've seen all these big YouTubers like RGT85 and Bob Wolf and uh beat 'em ups, Woodhawker, and then they're all calling it mid, and it's meh, it's wood. I didn't watch any of them today because I didn't have the time, and I'm not gonna lie, I probably won't. I might watch RGT 85s just because I don't understand why he's calling it mid. Um, but it kind of aligned with when I saw your thumbnail doing the thumbs down thing
I
and the
had to do it.
PlayStation with the thumbs up, and I was like, no.
I'm
And I'm
creating
gonna
a
tell you
war
what.
here. Don't you see what I'm doing?
And what do you think the thumbnail is here? Did you notice the thumbnail? I did the earthquake crack between the two,
Oh, that's
and
what
I
I quickly glanced at it.
and I put red on the right, blue on the left, and I realized, hey, that kind of makes sense in real life.
Oh wow, look at
But
that.
but I put you on the blue because you put thumbs up on the PlayStation and thumbs down on Nintendo, and I thought Nintendo was much better than the
I have to
PlayStation.
steal your
Spoiler
thumbnails.
alert!
I have to steal your thumbnails for my YouTube channel. I just have just chatting. I up
Yeah,
on my YouTube thing.
what do you call it? Let me know, and I'll always just send them to
That's
you.
a topic for another conversation. But
Yeah, I'll send them to you, and then you can just repost them. But let me go over my list of the games I liked, and then since you said you have it in your head, first one was Horizon Chase 2. I like racing games, and I thought it looked good, and I liked the first one. Another Code Recollection.
Yes, that looks awesome. I think I will be getting that.
That was the what was it? What was the original called?
Something memories or whatever. Um, uh,
Because it was based off the DS game.
and you get
It's the remastered,
and you get both games. You get the DS
the
game with it.
Japanese one.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and then Saga Emerald Beyond because I like the Saga games. Tomb Raider trilogy remastered,
that one came out
remastered
of nowhere.
properly. If you look at Laura, she looks like Laura Croft. It doesn't look like some the Call of Duty version of her ain't pretty. I'm sorry. It
It's
feels
okay.
like they just took one of the male operators and then reskinned it
I saw
because
what it
she
looked
even
like, but
moves like the guy. It's really weird. When I saw the video, I was like, "Ooh,
why not
that's
just
weird
make
looking."
her walk like a feminine woman and
Because she is.
exude the actuality that she's designed to exude? She's supposed to look like a Black Widow, dude. This beautiful woman who is just a killer and extremely smart.
Because
Like,
2023, women aren't allowed to be pretty. I'm sorry, we like pretty women.
anyways, um,
Next one, War Tales, which is available today. It's a turn-based strategy RPG,
I
which
saw
kind
that.
of came out of nowhere. And I
I
went at first, I was like a little mad because it looked a little bland, but I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty." The more I got into the trailer, I was like, "This looks pretty good," and it came out today, so I was like, "All right, I'm gonna check it out." I didn't. So,
there's a lot of
Con
RPGs.
Contra Operation Gulag. No,
That's gonna be
Galuga.
fun. That's gonna be fun.
Did you notice what they did? Four-player co-op. They took the two American characters and then mixed them with the two European characters because somebody in the chat remind me what the European name of Contra was because they changed the name in Europe and they're all robots.
Let's see. Oh
Robo
man, I think I remember this. I'm gonna look.
Robo
Hang on.
Robo
European version Contra.
Oh, D-Man came over here. He joined the fun. Yeah. So I'm not going to. If you mention a game that we haven't mentioned yet, I'm not putting it. Probotector. Thank you, D-Man. Probotector. Yes.
Robotector. Nice,
So
dude.
it's
All right.
four-player co-op. So they took the two characters from the U.S. one and the two characters from the European one. I don't think anybody like mentioned that, but I don't know. I didn't watch anything, and I went, "Oh, that was so cool!" The fact that they merged them. I think they should have called it Contra Operation Probotector. That would have been awesome.
Dude, I
But
did.
it's Gulag. I mean Galuga. Why isn't it Gulag? Oh wait,
It's a gulag.
it's too close to
Shout out
reality.
David Messer, dude. I got your donation. Why that didn't pop up? I do not know. I do
Wait,
not know why.
he don't. How did he donate? What
I
did
have
he
a special
on Twitch?
donate. I have a special
Twitch?
donate link through Stream Elements, and Stream Elements should have popped up on my stream. And unfortunately, I did not see that. I apologize. But holy cow, man! Thank you for the
Okay,
generosity.
so we need to make sure that we both stream through this so it all pops up and then we can add all the chats.
Yeah.
And then it'll pop up. I'll answer that in a question in a moment because we answered it before you got in here, but I'll get back to it in just a minute. Because I didn't play it yet. There you go. You know, I didn't play it yet. I didn't have time. But we'll talk about that later on. Unicorn Overlord. I was like, what in the world? Oh, okay. It's like that 2D, 3D, that 3D HD or 2D HD is what they call it, kind of gameplay. Excuse me. And it looked really, really good. You know what? I probably should have had Nintendo's YouTube up here. I might do that in a minute.
I looked at it and I remember I'm just looking at the screenshots and I thought it looked pretty good, but I was like, it's
my type of game.
It's not my type of game, unfortunately, but I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, here we go. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up, and I think it will have everything. Okay, here we go. It is everything up here. So let me load this. Let me share the screen. Nope, we need Nintendo Direct. All right. How does that look, guys? Can you see that? Okay,
Not
cool.
bad.
So, um, yeah, and then we'll go down because I did it in order, and then we'll go in. What? See, another code recollection. What was that called again? Brain fart.
Something memories for the other one that's on the DS.
Saga, Tomb Raider. I do want Detective Pikachu. I didn't add it on there. I also didn't add anything that was a re-announcement or that they already had announced. But I figured this one would be your favorite, Trombone Champ. That just looks like
Oh,
you'd
dude,
really want to play that horn.
I'll tell you real quickly about Trombone Champ. There's a mod on the PC, and people mod and have like they
Oh
put their
no.
own unlicensed their own licensed music that shouldn't be in there. And dude, it is hilarious. It is hilarious, and they make it extremely difficult. So it's like it is
Oh, so it was
hilarious.
a PC game first?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, the Battle Crush I didn't care for. War Tales, there's the Galuga. There it is. Unicorn Overlord. I just thought it was an interesting name, and then I was like, oh, cool. And then this was actually my favorite of the show. I was hoping for F-Zero X, but F-Zero 99. And I through the whole video I went, please say available today, please say available today, please say, and they went available later today. And I'm like, wait, it's later today. And I picked up my Switch and downloaded it. And these two threw me for a loop. A League of Legends stories, that was interesting. Ayuden Chronicles, 100 Heroes was on my list, even though that's the only one that is a re-announcement because it kind of disappeared. Now it's back, so that's a good thing.
Eastward, my
And
buddy
then
just bought Eastward. It looks like an awesome game, and they already have Eastward must have been out for quite some time before me
yeah,
even finding out about it, and then they have
yeah,
the
it's been out a
DLC.
while.
So
I think I might actually have Eastward.
I'm
I don't
almost
know.
certain that's on PC, dude. I'd rather play
I
that on
think
my
so.
Steam Deck and get achievements.
Uh, yeah, but the achievements don't have any. They don't carry any value on Steam.
Jake Arbo, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate
So
you.
we got Paper Mario was the last one on my list.
Was that
So I
Jake or
have
Jack?
11,
I mix up
11
Jake.
games altogether
Mm-hmm.
that I was looking forward to through this Nintendo Direct. But like the Mario versus Donkey Kong, oh, sure, okay. Splatoon expansion. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so
This,
I missed
well,
these two.
before you get into it, it's stupid.
The expansion, really?
And I'm going to tell you why. Has nothing to do with the game. It doesn't come out till spring of 2024.
You're kidding, right?
Why are you going to announce it like almost, what, three-quarters of a
No,
year
you could
early?
actually
Spring
pre-purchase.
2024.
You could pre-purchase this expansion already. You could pre-purchase several months ago, earlier this
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, but now they actually showed what it is. It's a single-player expansion.
Yeah, that's fine, as long
So
as it's
no,
good.
it's cool. It's just spring 2024. I hate that on a tiny direct, on not some massive show when they're like, "All right, this is probably going to be the last direct for the year,"
You don't think
and
they'll
they're
have?
showing
Well,
us, nah,
you don't. Yeah, I think. Yeah,
the,
you're right. What else? What else?
we're gonna get
When are they gonna do something in November? If anything?
February,
Yeah, February.
January, February.
When they
That's when they
announce the
usually
new
do. Yeah.
the new Nintendo Switch
Well,
console in
well, I
February.
think I don't. I think if they're going to announce it, it's not going to be through Nintendo Direct. I think it's going to be, if they want to call it a Nintendo Direct, but it's not going to be one of these type. I think it's going to be a special one where they announce the console, da 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 da. But I
Launch
think if they
games.
announce it, it's going to be November, December. And then they'll say coming March 2024. But the thing is, there's so many games that they have announced for 2024. I don't think the new Switch will come out in March. I think it's going to be a November 2024. And only because of this direct. There's so many things that they have at the beginning of 2024. But hey, it could be on Switch too, as far as we know. As far as we know. Because, yeah. But all these games, the majority of them looked pretty good. There's a couple that I could just, like that Prince of Persia is a hard pass. It was a hard pass before. I don't think it
That's
looks
when I
that
got
good. I think
into
it's
the that's when I just got into the Nintendo Direct. I had it open on
okay.
another tab, so I accidentally got into it a couple minutes late. So
I don't care about the super crazy Rhythm Castle. Don't really care about rhythm
It looks
games.
fun, but
The Spy X Anya, okay. It's not my type of game. I'm not a big fan of the where you use a child as the main character.
I'm
I'm
not a
just not
fan.
into that.
No, neither am I.
Super Mario RPG, it wasn't on my list because it was on my last list,
I
and
actually
I
have
am
the
getting it.
physical. I own the physical. My ex girlfriend gave it to me,
I
and I
had
never used
it.
it. Yet.
Back when I worked at Best Buy in around 2007, 2008, I traded a Game Boy Pocket, a clear one, for Super Mario RPG.
Good exchange.
And then a couple of years later, I sold it for quite a bit of money. So I'm regretting it, but hey, whatever.
I have
I already
Mario
have mine
RPG.
pre-ordered and paid
Yeah.
off.
Well, Mario RPG is a day one for me.
Yeah, another
Physical,
code,
another
another.
code. It's. Do we know if that's going to be a physical as well?
Yes, yeah.
Then I'll pick it. I'll probably pick it up on a physical. I What I
I'm
really
gonna do
liked.
that. All
What's
these are gonna be physical for me. Yeah.
Yeah, well, any all these will, yeah, any Nintendo Switch game is 95% I buy physical unless there's absolutely no physical made. Or I
Right.
already own these games on a PC because the one thing I don't like is when they bring games from that been on PC for like a year that are like, I don't know, $6.99. They put them up on download or on Switch for $15, $20. It's like, come on.
So Nintendo announced quite a few games there. Um, I think I'm okay. And the one thing that surprised me was they announced the last amiibo, which was the Sora amiibo.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, looks good though.
Yeah, and that's probably the last amiibo I pick up because they're also changing the packaging of the amiibos, which is a big thing. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see if I can
I didn't
find that.
notice that. Did they announce that during the
Nope.
live or what I'll
Nope.
say though, I'm not sure I'll get it, but I'm glad that it exists. Is Princess Peach finally has her own game?
Yeah,
It looks
I
fun.
that's gonna be a hard pass for me.
I mean, it's not
I
for me,
was
but I'm glad I see what they're doing with it, and she essentially is like, she goes to a movie theater and then she's like solving mysteries and turning into different characters and playing the game as that character on stage. Like I thought it was pretty creative and clever. I just I yeah no. Well, who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not my thing. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let me pull up. Not here. Not
With the
here.
bachelors in game design to chat about games. We can kitty cat. Kitty cat on my end. She goes, why didn't you invite the person with a bachelor's in game design to chat about games? Well,
I because I'm right here.
there you go.
I actually do have a degree.
As do I. Just not in game design, but I do work
I
in game
have
engines.
computer art and animation as well as multimedia studies is what it's called. And at my university, it incorporated game design, and I took multiple game design animation classes in both degrees. So
Are they simplifying
yeah,
it? Okay, new amiibo, which
here
is on the left, and the old one, which is on the right.
that my wife wants a
I want a
Princess
Princess
Peach
Peach
game,
game.
so
Well, MJ,
that's
tell
yeah,
this guy
she's
to
getting it.
tell this guy to get it for you.
She'll get it. It's
It
not my
looks
type of
good.
game because I don't. But she's a detective. I don't care about
Well, at
detective
one
work
point she's a detective, and then another point she's something else, and then she's
unless it's
something else.
Pikachu. But I'm gonna get her the Detective Pikachu. If she wants the Peach game, I'll get her the Peach game. And it's like I got her the Toad Treasure Tracker back in the day because
I
again, not my
love
type of
Toad
game.
Treasure Track, dude.
I couldn't get into
I
it.
love it. I love Toad Treasure Tracker, dude.
Couldn't get into it. Okay, but the package here, the big thing is nowhere. This was the old package on the right, and
Mm.
on the left it just says Amiibo. They took out mentions of the Switch and the Wii U and the 3DS.
They're just making them. Yeah, they're just making it more minimal.
So that and for when the new system comes out, the new system's going to be Amiibo compatible.
Well, they better.
So they're already starting to ramp up future stuff, and that's one of the big things that people were talking about. That from here on out, it looks like they're ramping down
Yes.
Switch and everything.
Yes.
And if you look at the new Animal Crossing Switch lights that are coming out, they're actually the coral and the teal ones, just with Animal Crossing branding and prints on it. So yes, we're buying them because my wife loves Animal Crossing, and she's a huge everything Animal Crossing she has. That's official from Nintendo when it's released. And I have every Switch light that's been made, so we're gonna add these two. They come out in October, and other people are pointing out that I just burped. Was that loud? How loud was that?
Very.
Okay, cool. That it looks like Nintendo is taking what they have in stock and just trying to push it out and get rid of, clean out their warehouses, and maybe just add some new graphics or things on it to sell them. They're rebranding that Mario Kart bundle that they've had forever with the OG Switch. It's literally a new box, and that's going to be the new holiday one. That is one amiibo that I'm glad I picked up. I do have the Detective Pikachu amiibo. I think
Is
my
that a
wife
rare
has it.
one?
Yeah, it's an extra large one. It's about that big.
Oh,
I
I
think
didn't even know. I would have probably picked it up if I knew.
I might have been working at GameStop at the time because it came out a while ago, and it's in my wife's office. She has it. Uh, yeah. So, what were your favorite games that you saw at the Nintendo, or did you like any of it? Because according to your thumbnail, you hated it. It was like thumbs down, ooh pooey.
I just thought it was just loaded with just too many mediocre games. Uh, Niche market type of RPGs, which is okay. It's fine. Like it's not my cup of tea. Even though I've
It's
tried,
fine.
but it's
That's
yours.
fine.
So
Yeah.
this is why we
Yeah.
have we have different perspectives on things.
Hmm.
Um, it's just regurgitated stuff with HD, which I'm not totally against.
Right.
Um,
The
and
Luigi's Mansion,
I love
Luigi's
Luigi's
Mansion,
Mansion. I have them
Mansion
all.
2 HD, that made sense because they're bringing it from the 3DS to the
Bring it from the 3DS
Switch.
to the Switch, and
I just think it's a little late for it, but I understand.
it
Just
is, it
push out
is,
stuff near the
but
end of the life
but
cycle of the
I
console.
yeah I and that's the thing. Oh, let's regurgitate Luigi's Mansion. Let's HD Mario RPG, which is we already knew about anyways.
But come
Let's
on, that
it's
was
a
one
good
that
one.
was
We needed
highly
it,
sought after.
but we also need it. We need the original one on our game service
Someone's
for
phone went off.
that's me. We also need the
Can't even put your phone on silent.
I did now.
Interrupting this podcast. I'm leaving now.
Um,
You fired.
and
You're
then
fired.
let's
How many times do I do
regurgitate
that?
Paper Mario on GameCube. So there's no
Well,
but which listen, I'm gonna get all those games. Okay, I'm getting those games.
yeah, I was like, well,
All
you're
right.
still gonna buy them.
But I'm gonna buy them. But we're not getting any major announcement on a new IP, or like people wanted. People have been waiting for a new F-Zero. Me, I've been waiting for a new frickin' Star Fox. Give me the 3DS Star Fox port and port it over, and I will buy that day one. Or fix
You know,
Star Fox Zero.
you do know what you're doing. You're just feeding into the next thing I was going to say.
Well, let go for it. That's what I have to say.
Everything you just said, Nintendo's doing on purpose because this is the end of a console life cycle.
Exactly.
At the end, what they're
Yes.
doing, little work as possible, but still giving us games. They're remastering games that already have code, already built, everything. So it makes it a lot easier to bring these games to the new console and say, hey, we're still supporting our console at the end of its life cycle with all these amazing first party games. And you know what? They are amazing. But with that being said, all these games that everyone's hoping for, my thought is I actually think it's going to be in the launch lineup for the next console. Metroid Prime
Let's hope
4,
so.
we're going to see it within the first year of the new Nintendo system. We're going to see the new F-Zero in the because I believe Nintendo, like he said, like D-Man says, Nintendo is listening. They hear us talking about wanting a new F-Zero. What are they doing? F-Zero 99 is to test the waters. If they're getting a ton of people to play, they're going to be like, all right, we're going to bring out a brand new F-Zero. It's time.
I feel like they've been
And
working on one already, and
I agree.
they're just throwing this Battle Royale F-Zero out just to kind of wet the palate a little bit
I almost think that
and get some
Ninten-
analytics off of it.
Nintendo also thinks that this current Switch may not be powerful enough for what they want to do.
Probably not.
And with the rumors and the leaks that the new Nintendo console, whatever it's going to be called, with the power being more powerful than a PS5, it could do whatever they want it to do. Sidetrack here. You know when I mentioned that on the my
Mhm.
Nintendo Switch 2 leak video, someone said I read the title and he's like, "There's no way it'll be more powerful than a PS5." Thumbs down. Disliked it right away. I'm like, dude, wow, because I reported on something that hurts your little butt, you know.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get that.
It's funny. Yeah, this thing's going to. It better be. And the thing is, look what the iPhone 15 is going to be capable of with ray tracing.
Yeah,
Why shouldn't the new Nintendo handheld have it too?
they're putting the Hideo Kojima's walking simulator on there, man. Which I still
Yeah,
want to play that. I do
yeah.
actually want to play that game.
Launch will likely have Prime 4. Agreed. They had Breath of the Wild at launch of Switch. Yes. Like, come on, how do you top that? They're talking. Wait, sorry. They are taking their time. No doubt, have a plan. Oh yeah. They have a plan.
Nintendo has
And I have eight
hindsight
copies of Star
crazy.
Fox Zero. I have 8 copies of Star Fox Zero.
You have 8? Oh wow.
Yes. Do you know a little store called Five Below?
Yes.
At one point, they had Star Fox Zero at Five Below, and I went and just bought them in stacks. And I remember the lady
I
at
can't
one
believe that.
going, she's like, "Why are you buying all these?" I was like, "She's like, are you reselling them?" No. Why? Because it's it got to the point where I think it's funny. And she went, "Okay." I was
I paid
like,
full retail
"I'm
price for
doing it
that
just to,
game.
I'm sorry, so did I. It's okay." But I went and literally bought all of them that I could find.
That's amazing. Let's see
What
how
is it?
bad they're selling for
Three
around.
more than you have more than Scott. Scott the Waz. Yeah, if he did the same thing I did, I watched a video not too long ago, and he said he did the same thing, and I was like, hmm. But yeah, I have 8 copies, 8 complete sealed, complete box copies.
Dude, they're buy it now for $13.99, dude.
Yep, because of Five Below. So I might like if I can find them at stores, I'll buy them
Yeah, let me know. I'll
and
take
just
some copies for funsies. I love the
see.
artwork. I love the
But
artwork of it.
that's the
Looks
thing.
amazing.
If it's for funsies, I'm still keeping them because I want to get as many as I can. See, you're like,
Not getting one from Five
man,
Below. Just for the experience alone, you know.
dude. I did that with Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer. They
Hmm.
had a ton of them. I think now my wife has like 4 or 5 copies sealed. When they were selling games, there were certain Nintendo games that I went, all right, just let me buy in bulk. And people thought I was a reseller. I'm like, no, this is just collecting retardedness
Yeah.
because I am a retard when it comes to buying Nintendo stuff at Five Below. Because if it's an official Nintendo thing, I'm like, give it to me. Why are you buying it? Because why?
Well, Kitty Cat says it's not a far leap as far as the horsepower in like a little handheld. They've never had consoles that really held up to PlayStation, Xbox consoles. When it comes down to it, it's not impossible with today's tech, but the
Right.
tinier and to pump out the power that might be required would be really expensive. Yes, that you're not gonna you're gonna get three. You're gonna be lucky to get 3 hours of dude. My Steam
Well,
Deck
remember what I
gets three
told you.
hours of battery
Uh,
life.
what I told you about the DLSS 3.5. You don't have to have that much power if you have DLSS 3.5 with that NVIDIA chip in there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can fool the eye to make it think it's getting full 1080 with ray tracing and all
Well,
that other
especially
stuff on a handheld.
I would say specifically in handheld mode. Once you
In
can, once yeah,
handheld, rumor has it from the leaks from Gamescom, handheld's going to be 1080. On dock, it's going to be 4K
I won't. I don't believe it.
and 4K, but it's upscaled using DLSS 3.5.
We'll see. That'll
They
be pretty
said
impressive.
it's actually at all times it's running 720, but using DLSS 3.5 to go handheld 1080, dock 4K. So it's not really, but it's running at it, and your eyes can't tell the difference. That's the big thing. If your eyes can't tell the difference, that's all that matters.
That'll be interesting, man.
Cody's leaving. Have a good night, good sir. Thank you for joining us.
Cody, we
like
appreciate you, man.
always.
Did we cover?
What do we have here? I remember the stores having nothing but a bunch of Animal Crossing amiibo everywhere. Yes. Five Below, thanks to Five Below, my wife was able to complete her entire set of Animal Crossing amiibos, and then just for funsies, bought an entire second set. And didn't leave them sealed. Has both sets open.
I have some sealed, but most of them are unsealed. I have a Japanese Golden Mario.
I sold almost all my amiibos because they were just taking up so much space. I didn't have anything for them. I wasn't using them.
I 3D printed a couple a couple stands. Oh, I'll have to send it to you. But so did we cover most of Nintendo then?
I think we did. So we'll go. What's your final thought on that Nintendo Direct? What did you think about it?
I stand by.
If you had to give it a grade, let's do that.
Out of 10?
No, a grade, not a rating, but like a B C D E. Wait, A B C D F.
B plus.
I don't know. I would agree. B plus.
Right, nice. And I don't think that's a bad score.
No, it isn't. B plus is solid. And if they had shown instead of Paper Mario, F-Zero X, to me it would have jumped to an A.
It probably would have, yeah.
Yeah. Not an A minus, but an A. Not an A plus.
I'd say an A minus.
But an A. Well, I really, really, really love F-Zero X. So, and that's what I was hoping for. Now, with that being said, let's jump over to Sony. Sony, in my opinion, I had a list of only 4 things. 4 things from that entire thing. What was that game at the beginning? Baby Steps?
Dude, dude. I can't wait. Dude, I cannot wait for that game. No way.
Okay.
Dude. I think that game's going to be awesome. You didn't watch my reaction video, dude. I think that game's going to blow up on Twitch and everything. Dude.
You're probably right, but I don't think that's what you lead on.
I don't know, dude. It's so weird and obscure. That's why they did it.
I also think that they chose the wrong trailer because, one, they know that the state of plays are going to be watched by multiple age range. It was just F-bomb.
Yeah, they F-bombed it right away. That was
and
ballsy.
I went, yeah, and I was like, I just went, he said it like 3-4 times. I'm like, dude. And then the next trailer did the same thing with the Resident Evil 4 right at the beginning. I was like, Sony, what are you trying to prove here?
They don't give an F.
Literally. No, they actually gave like 5 of them.
Baby steps. I'll be getting that game. It's already, and it's for PC as well. So I'll be picking up on PC.
Of course. That looks like a PC game.
Yeah. Looks like so much fun to stream and just to watch just fail and balance yourself. It's just so ridiculous. So I'm all for it.
I want to know how it's going to I'm guessing you'll use where's my DualSense?
Yeah,
that's right. I moved the PlayStation there.
That's a game I'd be using a controller for. Yeah.
I think it's going to be the L2 and the R2 buttons, and then you have to time it right. And if you don't time the step right, you'll fall. That's what I'm thinking. The only other thing I can think of is you're using the sticks. The right stick will be the right leg, and the left stick will be the left leg. And then it'll also allow you to move it at different angles. That's what it might be, because I remember seeing that there was one point where he lifted his leg this way and then lifted the leg that way. So the only thing I can think, it's got to be using the sticks to control the legs independently.
And how they do it, how that will happen on PC, it might be controller only. I don't know, but it'll be interesting.
Or dual mouse. Can you use dual mice?
I don't know, man. Come on, that's too much effort. That's too much work.
Yeah. But on my list, I had the 3 new DualSense controllers and plates. Of course, being the controller king. I was thinking of changing the name of my channel to Logan's in Control. Because I always do controllers. No, it's terrible. I'm sticking with Red Bandana Gaming.
Don't start rebranding now, man.
No, I'm not rebranding.
You have over 6K subs, dude.
Almost 7, yeah.
You can't start rebranding. You rebrand, you gotta create a new channel.
No, I'm good. Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn, it's DLC. So you have to have, at the end it goes, requires Tales of Arise. And I was like, oh, okay, DLC, cool. And then Everything else just made me go, all right, sure, whatever.
The
Until
Ghostbusters thing was absolute trash. I'm so
I saw
sick
that.
of them doing this
I don't.
to
I
good
don't care about
licenses.
VR. I don't care about VR.
You haven't had good
So
VR experiences then, I don't think.
no, I have. I don't care about VR. It's cool. Don't get me wrong. I've played a lot of cool games, but I'm not investing the money into a PS VR 2.
That's the thing. It's a lot of money. The entry fee for it is not cheap. But
We had
you're
the
getting the best
PSVR.
VR. Yeah, PSVR. You're getting the best VR experience.
We didn't play it for over 2 years.
Oh man, on the previous one.
My right, and my wife had her Oculus, which we still have, and she's used it. I think the last time she used it is when we moved in around 2021.
I love my
So,
Oculus.
and I have plenty of space for it, but we'd rather watch the big TV and then just sit back and not put the stress on the eyes.
Tales games don't come out often though. Those games put me to sleep. I used to be really into those games, Kitty Cat.
Uh, and you were right. One of the last two things were the best.
Yep.
Hey there, Graham. Thanks for
Graham,
showing up. Uh, so wow, he got here a little late, but hey, better late than never. Um,
I just think that Resident Evil 4 for VR is going to be just an absolute wet dream for a fan of Resident Evils like I am. Unfortunately, they said that they were going to
I
do
love Resident Evil,
yeah.
but Resident Evil 4 is my least favorite. It's the one I like the. I just didn't. I liked 5 better.
I think I played 4 the most.
No, no, 6 was my least favorite. I didn't like 6 at all.
Dude, 6 was hot garbage. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I didn't like
I
6
bought
at
it. I bought it. I think I bought it on eBay at the time for like $8 or $9. I played
all. You
like
paid too much.
15 minutes of it, and I threw it. I threw it away. I literally threw it away. I was that
I bought the
disappointed.
collector's edition when it came out, and I hated myself for it. But
Did you have to go through
with
therapy after that, or
yes, yes, 70 years of it. I just recently got through it.
wow, dude? Congratulations! I'm proud of you, man. I don't even think 70
But
years would have been enough, but wow, congrats.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth
Oh,
looks
dude.
great
Oh boy.
on 2 discs. Comes out beginning of next year,
Oh boy.
and for the people who didn't get Intergrade, it comes with Intergrade, which is really cool. There's a special edition that comes with both parts, which I think is cool. But before we say anything else, let me get this off my head. I thought about it and I was like, this is what he was talking about. This is what you were talking about. And I was like, you know what they're going to do? When the PS6 comes out, then they're going to have all the parts come together in one package. Remaster, reintegrate, but the complete Final Fantasy VII Remake collection for PS6
My buddy Interlace said that Square Enix lost a ton of money apparently this year off of the games that they've been
because,
putting out.
because of 16. Final Fantasy 16 sold significantly less. And I kept talking about it. I was like, it's going to come to Xbox. It's going to come to Xbox. And then they were like, oh, this is where the money's going to be right now. This is where we see it making the most money. And it flopped. It sold well, but it's still a flop compared to the normal sales.
Isn't Square Enix known for like saying a game was a failure even though it sold like a really good amount of copies? And they're like, well, we had higher expectations for this.
Wait, pause. What's going on here on the side? I just saw red irritation. What? What are you guys talking about? I used my Quest 2 for the first time in months and ended up with a rash on my face the last couple days. Ooh, I'm sorry. That sucks. And then John says,
well, the question is,
Quest
who was
2
using
did
your
a
Quest
recall.
beforehand, dude?
And where were they putting it?
Yeah. Oh man. Put some
What kind of
wipies on
house party were you having?
that. Oh man.
And then he says,
Pink
I'll
eye.
have to look into that half-inch wide red irritation line going down where the foam touched my face.
Was this a brand new one? You might be allergic to the adhesive of whatever fabric whatever adhesive or fabric that they're using
But
for
he
that.
said that's the first time he used it in months. So he had used it before. Clearly didn't have that issue before.
someone's stealing your Quest, man. You better check. You better check what
They're
people are
taking your
watching.
Quest and putting it on your. I don't know, maybe, but after Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, oh, we have a white one. Our Quest is white.
OG.
Is that the
OG Quest?
Oh, that's the first one.
Yeah, CV.
I remember.
I have the DK. I was doing stuff.
We have the wireless one.
I have. Yeah, that's what I want to get. Wireless, but
well, now they're on 2 or 3.
Yeah, they. I had the development kit too, the DK2, dude. I was in their.
I saw that.
Whatchamacallit program, their developer program, dude. I got the SDK. I was messing with stuff with architectural design walkthroughs and stuff like that. So I was an early adapter.
There was a lady who lives down the street. She's still there, as far as I know. She had a yard sale sometime last year because her husband had passed away a number of years before. And I saw a VR kit, and it was an Oculus. It was a dev kit for.
I would just buy it for funsies, dude. Just to have it. Put it on a mannequin face and put it in your office.
It was gross.
Oh, that's sad.
It wasn't in good condition. It was missing pieces, and it was kind of.
Mine's
but
mint.
Apparently, he worked for something with them, and she just had it in a box and went to sell it. Oh wait, here we go. No, it's been it's been in his office. I wonder if it's the foam breaking down or something. That's a possibility. Might get an aftermarket piece to replace the foam. That's what I had to do on my Virtual Boy, because my wife had got me a Virtual Boy on Amazon one year for Christmas.
To have one.
Apparently, the guy marketed it as complete in box. When she bought it, in near mint condition, we got it. She took it, wrapped it up, and gave it to me for Christmas. When I opened it up, it was in pieces. No box. It was crusty. The battery compartment on the controller was corroded, and the foam on the eyes was broken down. You boot it up, it had the dead lines.
Yeah.
And she reached back to him, and he's like, "Too bad, too late." And she was like, "I spent, I think it was like $300 something."
Yeah, I was gonna say they're around $300.
Right. And she was pissed.
Oh yeah.
Because she's like, "You lied to me." He's like, "Oh, sorry, you took too long." She reached out to Amazon. Amazon went, "Here's your money back."
Good.
So, yeah.
Anyways,
so
we want to side quest.
Is what it was. I also own a DK Xbox
development
1S.
kit Xbox One S.
Oh, I was like, Donkey Kong. What? DK. Donkey Kong. Sorry. And then the last thing on that PlayStation, I had to hard segue back.
Mm-hmm.
That Spider-Man 2 Deluxe Edition content.
Looks amazing. Dude,
yeah.
Spider-Man 2 looks phenomenal.
I do have mine pre-ordered, physical copy. So I wonder if now they're going to say, "Hey, look, there's a physical deluxe." If they do, I'm going to have to upgrade my pre-order, which
I hope they allow you to do that. You know?
Well, I had to do that. I did that one at GameStop. I usually go to another store, but it's about a 30-minute drive from my house. The GameStop is like 10 minutes. So.
Oh, okay. That's convenient.
Yeah, it is, but I prefer the other store because it's a mom and pop store. But sometimes, especially now with gas prices and I'm in a truck, I think about the amount that I would save, and I'm like, "Oh, that's gas."
You're 12 miles per gallon on that beast.
No, I'm actually 19.1 miles per gallon.
It's actually not bad. That's not bad at all.
So at best, it's like 24 miles per gallon at best, but I'm usually sitting around 19.1. D-Man says, "Kay, I just watched the important trailers.
Spider-Man 2.
I am so dang hyped.
Looks
I
insane.
wish Mario Wonder and Mario RPG weren't so close at the same time as Spider-Man." Now, I was reading, I forget, somewhere on some social media, they're like, "All right, what are you going to be playing?" Oh, it was an IGN post. It's like Mario, Super Mario Wonder or Spider-Man. I went Mario. I'll get Spider-Man, but I'm going to be playing Mario.
That is just the dumbest polls. Like you're talking about like
clickbait, click, interaction bait. It's like, hey,
I know.
Listen. Sony versus. It's like, I'm going to be playing Mario.
You guys that see my thumbnails and titles, you know, I don't clickbait you. I still talk about this stuff, but I get it. But like,
I don't know. You're a little clicky.
I am. I have to. We got to click to
you
enlarge.
Like being, about I just do this? I tried to do that while as soon as you
It's
went
fun
disappeared and
coming
you disappeared off
when
the.
you, dude, when you spend like the videos that I put today on these topics, I spent a lot of time on putting them together. Okay, and I put effort and thought into it, and it's fun to come up with fun little titles and fun little thumbnails. It's fun. It's the icing of the cake. I do that when I'm done with the video. As the video's loading, I make my demon. Shame, shame, shame.
Admonish.
Admonish.
I wish I had that animation for the
Admonishment.
admonish.
Where did they get that sound clip? Did they just make it?
I don't know. All I know is
Admonished.
whenever they do that, I'm laughing. I'm like,
So funny, dude. It's just fun, guys. Okay.
It's like, can I steal that admonish thing? Do you think they'd have a problem?
I
if
could do
steal-
the
like
voice.
they're not
and
gonna watch us.
I could put that whole thing together for us if you want.
I think I could actually pull it up, but I don't know if it would play if I look over here.
See,
I'm sure there's a way I could get it up. I mean, the clip.
I didn't know that was an issue you had.
Admonish.
So yeah,
Oh well, it's that time of night where people are dropping off and they see our comments.
all
And
right.
what we're
So
saying. They're like,
overall,
"All right."
because to be fair, the Sony segment is a little bit shorter of discussion rather than
it was a shorter show
it was a shorter presentation. So
with a lot less stuff that actually.
yeah,
The end of it, you were right. When you told me those last two things, and we're not going to talk about the presenter because I'm going to throw up a little. I was like, wait, that's the end on the Final Fantasy. And then I looked at the time, and there was a little left.
Sorry, I was reading D-Man's. Need to click to downsize. Oh man.
Because you're so tiny, you have to click it to. And he's saying he's not tiny like you. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I know.
Just in case you didn't get that.
I got it.
Isn't that because wait, aren't you Italian?
I'm Greek, bro.
Oh, so you're just really hairy and
I'm not
kind
that
of
hairy.
smell like garlic?
I mean, I got a hairy chest. And women love to smell my garlic, bro.
I'm thinking, what are the stereotypes for the Greek besides
that we all own restaurants?
But I thought that was Italian.
And we put lemon on everything?
Is it lemon? Really? Well, it's got to be better than Irish.
Well, you just drink too
apparently
much.
Bingo. You know the first thing I did when I got to Universal, besides we had one of those Minions popsicles. I had an orange creamsicle. It was really good. Oh, Virtual Boy!
Wow, Graham with the $10 super chat, dude. Rock and roll.
I appreciate that. You know how much it's actually going to cost to repair that thing? Why I haven't got it repaired yet? It's sitting on display. I bought the eyepiece. What?
Epic weddings.
We did have one. We had a really good one, but the Virtual Boy, in order to have it, I'm confused. I don't know what Opa is. I'm confused.
It's just like it's a celebration.
Oh, because you're Greek.
Yes.
Greek, the big fat Greek wedding. For some reason, you need three of those.
I didn't get the first part of her comment. I'm sorry. That went over my head.
I just got it. But so we looked into getting my Virtual Boy repaired. It's going to cost almost $100 in parts and labor. It's stupid. So I've never had it.
Are they gonna?
Fixed.
Okay, you know what? $100 doesn't sound that bad. $100 doesn't sound that bad. But are they gonna clean it and assemble it and make it look brand new?
Yes.
No, dude, $100.
Because it's a guy that I actually knew. He said it's $100. I think he said he was going to cut me a deal, and he actually owns his own game store. It's just the game store is like 70 miles from here. So it's a little bit of a drive, so I just haven't taken it over there. I have to do that. No white sauce that the Greek uses. What? You guys have a thing for white sauce? I'm confused.
It's okay, so it's like it's kind of like it's like a sour cream mix
Is
with
it?
some herbs and lemon.
Oh,
Think
it's
of
because
like
you
a
love lemon.
tzatziki. Think about like tzatziki sauce, dude. I love that stuff. I'll snort it. Not really.
You
Pretty
would
Kitty
snort
says
white sauce.
Alfredo.
You would snort white sauce.
Greek yogurt sauce. You got it. Pretty Kitty knows what's up.
Yeah, I like tzatziki. So
Tzatziki. I don't know. I don't speak
is it
Greek. Greek is an interest. When I was in Greece, it was a hard one to kind of like put together. And I was
that
out there
was
for a
one
few
that
weeks.
I kept getting corrected on because I don't know if it's corrected
People say
or
gyros,
not.
dude. It's gyros.
See, I always called it gyro because white
Because you're
American
white American. You
redneck.
Floridians, man. You and your fucking alligators. Oops, I dropped an F bomb there. It's late enough. It's late enough. It's
Yeah,
late
we're past
enough.
that 8-minute mark.
We're way
We're well
past the
past that.
8-minute mark. Whoops.
So,
man.
does this mean we've officially gone on to our side quest? I think we've officially
Well, hang
gone
on.
to
No,
that
I
side
do.
quest.
You asked
Oh,
me what I
okay,
rated
let's
the
go back.
Nintendo Direct. I'm going to ask
Oh, okay.
you what you rate the Sony state of the state of play.
C minus.
Oh, I don't think it was that bad.
I was bored, and it was nothing new, nothing I hadn't seen, nothing I cared for until the end when we saw the new Final Fantasy trailer, and then all those new Spider-Man costumes really did it for me. Yeah, okay, they didn't need a direct to announce the new PlayStation controllers, whatever, cool. And there was no new game that I said, "Ooh, I gotta buy that." Not a one.
Not
If
the
it
last, not 7 and not Spider-Man 2.
that I
Well,
a
to be
new
fair,
game. I said a new game
new game.
that
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
there was nothing new there that made me go, "Woo!" What is
think
this?
look, Hyper Flash 32 flash card for your. Oh, you could load.
First, I got to get it to work.
But to load all 17 games, or 24
I have
games.
I have 4. I have 4 games.
Pretty
I have
Kitty
3 or
10
4.
A plus. Pretty Kitty. I don't even think you saw. Did you even watch the state of play? You sassy pants. Pretty Kitty is.
Wow, sassy pants.
Yeah, she's a rough one. Big fat D. I gotta say, guys, I respect both approaches. You have Sony Direct with just loads of stuff.
You gave it a better.
I think C plus is a good score. I'm going to give it a B minus. B minus because, dude, you know what I appreciate? I appreciate just giving us some good stuff.
But it wasn't good stuff. It wasn't. It had some okay stuff with 2 really good things. If it was just okay stuff, it's a C. But the majority of it was, eh. And look, you hated the Ghostbusters. I think
the Ghostbusters was absolute
it looked
trash.
terrible.
It was so bad.
Terrible.
Isaac,
a lot of the VR stuff
good,
just
Isaac.
made me go, I don't care. I don't care. They're supposed to come out with stuff that makes you go, I want to get that. Nothing for the VR has made me go, I want to get that. Nothing.
Resident Evil. But the problem is, I want that. But the price of entry is still it's too damn high. That's what it is.
Let me see. I didn't watch. I just watched the 2 important things. So if I had to guess, it's like, yeah, that's the thing. And it's funny, D-Man, because you're holding a PlayStation controller and a PlayStation hat in your little picture there, and I would have thought you would have watched that whole thing. So, but yeah, I watched the Nintendo one. I like the Nintendo one better. The Sony one, I went in with high hopes, and it let me down. It really let me down.
C plus is fair. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. I like that it wasn't full of fluff.
Oh,
Bulletstorm
okay.
VR is coming out in December.
That is a game. That is a game I could sink my teeth into. I like Bulletstorm. It was fun. I don't care what people said. I like Bulletstorm. So all right, and so we both gave Nintendo B plus.
Yes.
You gave Sony what would you say is your official one?
I'm still going to give it a B minus, man.
And I'm going C minus. Okay. All right. So they weren't terrible.
And I agree with the C plus too. I could go both ways, C plus or B minus. But I want to just say
I said C minus.
B minus because I respect the way they did it, and I like the games that came out, and it made me want to get a PS5.
What Xbox Showcase? The one that was back a little while ago? I don't even remember it.
I don't remember that.
All I know is all I care about coming up. So apparently, you could have bought the Forza physical, and then they announced an upgrade for your physical to the VIP edition or collectors, whatever they call it, digital, whatever. But I went and bought the hundred, even though it's on Game Pass, I bought the $100 complete ultra mega Forza because if God forbid they take it off of Game Pass because they've pulled off all the previous Forza games. I still want to have the game.
Speaking of Ultimate, oh, by the way, this is side quest now. We're going on side quest.
Let's see this last comment before we do the side quest. I still can't believe Paper Mario is just yeah. So, all right. Side quest. That's what we need. We need some kind of a thing for that.
I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something.
Yeah, you're better with. Yeah, I will say.
Yeah, I do music production. Two artists I've been doing it for over 10 years.
You are much better. You are much better with a graphic design. I will say I'm a classic artist. If you look at my paintings and my sketches and my charcoal drawings, that's where I'm.
I need to get back into my traditional stuff myself.
But I've always had I'm like okay at graphic design. You are much better, and then your music is like.
Thank you. I have so much music I've written that no one's ever been heard.
I believe every artist should know their limits. And I'm great at a lot of things, but graphic design is not it. But you have that skill.
I appreciate it.
You have a graphic design skill and an eye, which I can only appreciate.
I started using Photoshop when I was like 11, dude.
Like I didn't start using Photoshop until high school.
Oh, here comes Pretty Kitty. Stop complimenting him. It will go to his head. He'll think you like him. We can't have that. I told you she's a feisty one, dude. Oh, that's funny. But no, I agree with D-Man Gaming. Paper Mario, we wanted Paper Mario for quite some time. Years ago, I was going to buy the GameCube copy. It was way too expensive. I said, F this.
Now it's even like, it will cause the GameCube version to either do one of two things. Start to drop or shoot back up.
I was going to check. We should check right now because they announced it. Last time I saw, it was like close to $80. I'm going to say $69, $75.
Just in case, if you're watching, anybody from G Fuel, I could really use a sponsorship. I drink too much of this stuff.
Man, dude, is it the G Fuel shits, dude?
No.
No?
This doesn't have all that garbage in it. That Bang and Monster and all that other.
Are you sure that it doesn't have any of that?
That's why I buy this. I was like, oh, G Fuel, okay, it's a gaming energy drink. And then I looked into it. I'm like, it's no sugar, no artificial colors, no calories, 300 milligrams of caffeine. Oh my God, why am I drinking this?
1,000-year door, sealed, $369 or best offer. GF, that means get effed. One person's asking $115 or best offer. Here's a copy without the case, $74.99 or best offer. Yeah, well, they're high. They've gone up a bit. This guy's reasonable. $81. That's not bad. Oh, but that's on 5 bids. Get out of here, man. You know what I've learned with all the money I've spent on my collectibles and collecting gaming?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that you can just, I don't know, there's ways to just emulate it?
That's what. Sorry, but I just saw Graham. G Fuel dropped Melanie Mac a while back. That rhymed, but why? Do we know why? I was like, wait, I hadn't seen her for a while, and I was like, why did they drop her? But what do you call it? Dropped Woodhawker dropped G Fuel, and then G Fuel dropped Melanie Mac. That sucks, because I like Melanie Mac. I'm a little backed up on her other channel, on the Bible Time with Melanie Mac.
I've subscribed. I need to catch up yet. Yeah, not listened yet.
So yeah, whoops, click that. So yeah, okay. Now are we in side quest?
We've been halfway in, halfway out.
Okay, okay. So now, like we always like to do, again, they're gonna do it again. I know they're gonna do it. Put your questions or whatever you want our opinions on in the chat now, and we'll respond. Last time, oh good God, did we get interesting?
Yes,
but that was fun. And I like how I like how everybody in the chat got very enthusiastic in the conversation. So, but last time we also had we had we had so many people going that it was getting too fast for us to keep up. And then yeah, I was like, hey, this is finally a good thing.
And if
Oh, what
anyone,
do we
and
have?
that goes the same on my end. I have 4 people hanging out with me. So if you guys have any questions, let me know.
I thought she was only putting up one a day, and then I realized I'm looking at it, she's putting like two a day. And even though the hours say anything, but yeah, I'm behind. I like to listen to it in the car or when I'm just doing stuff. So usually when I'm driving. So I, but today I was listening to. I decided to go with some music, which is Five Finger Death Punch. There you go. That's I was not. I love Five Finger Death Punch. One of my favorite bands. Random.
I really have a favorite band. What did I miss? I'm jumping out here. Logan likes floppy bacon. I had bacon today. I like the type of bacon that I like is crispy bacon.
No,
Nick, have
that's
you
wrong.
played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? I have not, but Logan
I don't,
has.
and I uninstalled it off my PlayStation 5. It was taking up too much space.
You counsel kiddies.
No, because I was like, all right, I'm not playing it, and I have two PS5s. Well, three. One is my wife's, and I have one in the living room. I moved it from my office because I wasn't making any content using it, and I moved it to the living room. So I installed Baldur's Gate on there, and I uninstalled it off the one in the game room. That's what I did. If that makes any sense. So I still have it. I'm going very blah
Yeah,
on the game.
pretty kitty says PS5's Baldur's Gate 3 has been laggy and buggy much more than PC. It's not as optimized for console.
I like crispy bacon
I'm passing on
myself.
Baldur's Gate 3.
My dad likes it burnt. I've seen people that
I
like
want it
it
crispy.
like
I don't want
burnt.
burnt. I want something crispy. I want something torqued. I want something firm.
You would.
You know? Give me that
You
meat.
would.
Give me that meat.
You would. You would. I like barbecue.
Who doesn't like barbecue? I think you're not American if you don't like barbecue.
Did you hear? I think it's, what is it, the top 25% of the US's meat. No, all the majority of the US
I don't
beef
believe in that
is
stat.
eaten by the
It's
top like
15% or okay.
25% of America
I
of
think
Americans eat
half
the
Americans
majority of,
it's that
more than half. But it's I just think that's put out by like a vegan because they wanted to shame us. And I'm like, you know what? I eat a lot of beef. I eat a lot of steak.
me
I
too.
eat steak. I like chicken. You know, as I've gotten older, I don't like fish as much.
I like
The
fish.
fishy fish.
I don't mind
I,
fish.
I like fish that isn't very salty.
Freshest fish I caught was in Greece. It was amazing. Click would want firm meat because he deals with floppy 24/7 365 for the past 20 years. Floppy meat. Yeah.
How did we get into a floppy meat conversation?
This is pretty kitty, I told you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. What do we have here? I like crispy bacon Smithfield only. Uh, can you turtles movies? My popcorn tastes what?
Can you turtles?
Oh, the new turtle sucked, and he said the
sucked.
popcorn tastes better than
My
the
popcorn
movie.
tastes better.
Okay.
I fell asleep in it, like I said.
It was terrible. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Collector's 350. Bit of a stretch for me.
Let's take a look at what do we have. Can we see what we get for this?
You could pull it up if you find it. You can pull it up.
I'm just.
Oh, there you go. That new turtles. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Rebirth.
I got to get a new grill. The one they got me for Father's Day 10 years ago is past it. I bought replacement parts, but they can't attach to. Okay, I need to get a new grill too. I've been wanting to get one since I moved into this house because I lived in an apartment before, so I didn't have a grill. Now that I have a nice big patio, but the thing is, it's a covered patio, so I have to put the grill outside. We're just looking, and right now I have an indoor Ninja grill, so it's really good. But you know, it's not. You can't make burgers perfectly. And I like to grill burgers and hot dogs and steaks and stuff like that. So eventually, I don't know when. Maybe within the next year, I'm going to get a decent grill. I just don't know which one to get. Just think it. What? You the twisted metal suit. Was
Huh.
that supposed to be finished? See, it was okay. Yeah, yeah. I think he hit 8 instead of I. Okay, I'm looking at the keyboard. That makes sense. Yes, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed the show, and the fact that Nick still hasn't watched it but was complaining about it.
I'm good. I'm not watching Twisted Metal, bro.
It was good. It
I'd
was good.
rather
You
experiment
don't
with
want to eat your
enemas.
words. You
No,
don't want
I'd
to
rather
eat your
experiment
words.
with enemas. I
You
don't.
probably have. You probably. I wouldn't call it experimenting with you at this point. It's just something you do.
The game's gonna be $70.
Yeah, on 2 discs.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yes, my
find
bad.
this
Oh wait,
special
I
edition.
just realized. So, Graham, a Kenmore 6 burner stainless. Hmm. Yeah, I was at Lowe's and I was looking at the different grills, and I noticed they go on sale closer to the holidays because everybody wants them during the summer, so the sales aren't as good. So I don't know when I'm gonna look at it. Maybe I don't know, sometime next year. I just don't need it yet, but I want to. So what is this? Kenmore is hard to get. There are no Sears here in Florida. Oh yeah, there's a Sears up here. I think it's dying or dead.
Oh, there's one dead over in Schaumburg over here. I really want to go in there. Just have 'em put all the lights on and just walk through the series. Just put this weird liminal situation going on and
We
just,
have a lot of dead malls up here.
I love that stuff, man.
The one in the all the ones in South Florida that I remember, they've all kind of gotten, well, they like to call it ghetto because they're now more like a flea market inside. The shops are very weird that you would more like the shops you would find at a flea market in some of the biggest fanciest malls down there. So the term that most people use in South Florida would be that. So I'm like, all right, a lot of dead. See, you know what? I hear in Michigan because of those channels that I watch, like I am Dan Bell and stuff like that. He does a lot of those. So and then I prefer Maytag is made in the USA, and yeah, Maytag is Maytag from Chicago. You would know that. You're
Um,
Chicagoan.
I know GE, your GE
Neche.
medical stuff. It's in, like there's a
Neche.
major place in Wisconsin. There's a huge headquarters
The
in G.
cheese state.
Yeah,
We have a growing number of dying dead malls in upstate New York too. Yeah, I've seen videos of that. I've seen them quite a bit in Virginia, Pennsylvania, and they usually go on the East Coast. Here we have a lot of dead resorts. In Florida, you've got abandoned hotels, abandoned resorts. You get abandoned theme parks. We've got a lot of that here. The smaller ones. Kenmore is made by Maytag. Didn't they purchase them? Oh, here we go. Here we go. What would are you ready for me to put it
yeah.
up there?
Put up.
Bagoosh.
It looks marvelous.
Oh wow.
Ah, dude, you get a tin. You get a
That's what
hardcover
you
art
start
book.
with.
Well, I'm going from left to right. Dude, you get the hardcover, you get the tin, you get the looks like a hardcover art book, you get a CD, a
The
glorious
one-winged
Sephiroth,
angel.
yeah, and then you get these little guys, digital content for those little guys, which
You
but
you know
if you,
what I do regret not getting the I was gonna buy the 7 remake collectors of him on the motorcycle, and
dude,
I
that's on
decided not to
Amazon.
buy it.
Imagine having those two put together, dude, on a shelf. You have to dedicate a lot of shelf here for this. Here's the thing. These things will always exist. They'll always retain their value. If
Hmm.
not, if not, get be a little bit more expensive down the line. But if you ever want to get it, they'll always be there. I told my friend, because we're looking at all these things that we want and we just can't afford them, like certain arcades. I go, listen, dude, eBay. Once we're making some money, it'll always be there. Yeah, you're gonna pay a little bit extra,
True.
but it will always be there. So you
True.
can't give in to that temptation, my friend. This is gorgeous. This is amazing. I wonder if
And
that
apparently
base
it's
lights up.
made by Whirlpool. They're still
Interesting.
talking about.
Oh, they're still talking. I'm gonna stop sharing. So that's this looks fantastic.
Here. That's funny. But yeah, 350 is a lot. I wish I'd bought the other one. The other one was 250. Now this one's 350. Hey, inflation, shocker.
They're still.
So,
It's funny. They're talking about that, and they're talking about how crappy the Ninja Turtles movie was on my chat.
and you know what? They're still going. Craftsman drills are made by Ryobi. Yes, I've heard about that. Yes. So, all right, you guys have fun talking about your appliances and grills, and we'll just sit over here talk about video games, and then
Yeah.
your chat will just sit over there and talk about how bad the Ninja Turtles movie is. We'll just sit here
Hey
and
man, that's
twiddle our
what we're
thumbs.
doing. This is two worlds colliding and molding into one happiness, one love
This is
bubble.
what it's like when worlds collide.
I saw
This
Power
is
Man
what-
5000 over at
So did I.
Ozfest, dude, back circa 2002,
Five.
2003 maybe. Over in
I saw him
Tinley
in
Park,
2005.
Illinois.
2005 at a place called
Like
Culture Room in Fort Lauderdale.
Pretty Kitty goes like sperm in an egg. Yes, Pretty Kitty, thank you. Very good analogy.
I I'm gonna click on D-Man's chat here. Statue is 19 inches like the Spider-Man one, but 350 is a chunk versus 240 for the Spider-Man one. That's a lot of inches there for $350.
All I saw is 19 inches, and I'm like, this is going in a better direction.
Good night, everybody. No. So the thing is with statues like that, when they're that large, especially if they're of really good quality, I have a lot of older Wolverine statues, for example. I have one where he's bursting out of a Sentinel head, and then I have another Spider-Man and Venom one, and they were not cheap, 250 to 350 to some $400 statues. But if it's a 19-inch statue, that's about right.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at that price with a statue that large,
It's not
That's
and
not a
not
bad
only that,
price.
you're getting the video game and a
Right.
hardcover book and all this and a tin and all
so
this
if
other
you
extra
take
stuff.
out all that other stuff, that's not a
Wow,
bad
you
deal.
what a waste.
You could literally spend 350, 400. Look at the one collectible guys where their stuff is like $1,000. This Sideshow Collectibles. $350.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I had the Tony Hawk one, and I actually ended up buying two from GameStop back in the day. They were on clearance. I bought them for like 20 something a piece, and then I ended up selling them for like $50, $60. Maybe Spider-Man 2 is a steal then. It depends on the quality. That's the thing. It depends on the quality of the statue. Because sometimes if they come in their PVC, like the detail might be nice, but they're PVC, they're just that hard plastic, it's not worth it. Those PVC statues, Diamond makes them. I have a number of Wolverine and Captain America. I have Deadpool and all these other Marvel statues and Superman that are PVC. And they're $50 a piece, $40, 40, 50, maybe 60 for a big one. And if it's PVC, then no, it definitely isn't worth it. But if
PVC
it's
is
the porcelain
different.
stuff, yeah.
What did I spend? PVC, I spent $100 on a Luigi's Mansion one, and it's just really good detail, real clean. It's about this, 8 inches or so. It looks really
The thing
great.
is, video
lights up.
game ones are more expensive than the comic book ones because the comic book ones are produced at a higher number than the video game ones. So that's understandable for the price. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Thankfully, somehow I haven't been bitten by the collectible statue. Don't. We actually got out of that. We
Dude,
pulled
it's-
ourselves out of the
It's a rough one to get into. I have a
Don't-
Terminator.
and don't be like
damaged-
me. And I've even stopped with action figures. Except
Me too.
I'll buy
Me too.
Motu Origins, and they're trickling out, and I will buy the retro Ninja Turtles figures,
I have some retro ones.
and they're trickling out too. So that's fine. I've stopped buying AEW figures. I've stopped buying Power Rangers unless it's Tommy, and yeah, I've really stopped on the action figures just because look what's behind me. It's ridiculous. So yeah. Hey,
Mr.
look who it
Miami
is.
Geek is in the house, everybody.
We'll get you back here one day. Don't worry, you're still part of the family. We miss you. We miss you. So look, yep. Oh yeah, everybody's missing you. Everybody's missing you.
The sexy troll dream.
Oh,
How you
wait.
doing, man?
We go back here. I have God of War 2 2018, one of the last, and The Last of Us 2 one. Ooh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that second one, I don't know. I did that. I went ooh before I even read it. Uh, what is this? I am part of the statue problem myself. I have been getting more picky recently, though, especially due to room as well.
But as
The
long as you
last
keep the
statue,
boxes, okay, as long as you keep the boxes and everything in really good condition, you could always get what you paid for it. I have a
the
$500
last,
StarCraft 2 carrier, dude, Protoss carrier sitting in my basement, dude. Like, I haven't even can't even put that on display. I have the best deal I got was my Terminator skull on a mount.
yeah, that's
That
pretty epic.
it's like 1100 or 1300 made. It lights up. It's amazing. Battle damaged. That was like $300. That was a better purchase than the carrier, but the carrier was limited edition. They're going for like $1,000 now on eBay. I should probably just sell it. I'm not even. I should probably
I
sell it.
I actually have the last statue I bought was because I never got the game special edition was Gears of War 4. The JD Phoenix on the motorcycle got it for $50 in box, and that thing goes for around 300.
You got
That was
lucky.
the last thing I bought, but it was it was resale. It was at a game store that was closing up. I didn't know it was closing up. They didn't even know they were closing up. They closed a couple weeks later.
Dude, there were so
So
many. There's been so over the weekends. There's been so many garage sales around here. Like I just been wanting to go over there and look at like if they have anything, any
hopefully you
retro
don't get
gaming stuff.
shot.
Oh, do people not realize how close I live to John Wayne Gacy's house?
Yeah, I didn't know until you just told me that the other day.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to dox myself here,
I was
but
going to say, don't dox yourself.
I live very close to John. If you guys don't know who John Wayne Gacy is, then you got to watch the Netflix series because you could see that my neighbor is interviewed in there
Ah,
who arrested him.
okay, too close, too close,
But that was in
too
a different
close.
town. I don't live in Des Plaines anymore, so that's
Doesn't
okay.
matter. Doesn't matter.
But you can
So,
see, dude, it's wild,
uh,
wild to see
uh,
the stuff where you grew up in a documentary on Netflix. Just saying.
I've seen Miami stuff all the time. Why do you think I left there? I'm like, I know where that is. I know where that is. Oh, there was a shooting over there. I know. Oh, I remember that. I walked down that street before.
Dude,
Yeah, so
dude, I
that's
was
why I left.
working. I was working on some stuff the other day. Speaking of loud noises, for some reason, shooting. You said I thought I heard a boom. No, dude, somebody hit my neighbor's car right out in front of my house, maybe 25 feet away, and barely missed the van that I'm borrowing from my dad. Barely missed it by like not even a foot, and just dude, his whole car. I heard it. I was like, whoa. And I went out, and the next day I'm looking. I'm like, that's what I heard. It was just the car was. I don't know what they're doing with the car. It's wild. Chicago's the wild, wild west, man. Anyways, continue.
So yeah, we know that. We know that.
I live in the
We
shootings.
know that's Miami. I've got stories about Miami. I could do an entire podcast about Miami stories.
Why don't you
No, I'm
do
not
it?
going to.
Why don't you do it?
Do it. Do it. So D Man keeps his boxes. Uh, I collected NASCAR diecast, and those are expensive. I have a lot. Yeah, yeah. He's he's got a lot. I was like, oof.
Dude, your
Yeah.
Switch collection's out of control, bro. I don't know how you do it. I mean,
Uh,
Godspeed.
Bulletstorm statue. I actually want to see that. I remember when that came out. I forget where I was working, but I remember when that came out. I have an attic full of boxes for game consoles. Yeah, that's my garage. I have certain boxes in the closet in my game room. In this closet, it's all comic book stuff. I've got comic book long boxes about that high up, maybe there, and then I have Magic the Gathering and other TCG boxes and stuff in there.
Bulletstorm is 6 years old already.
It's older than that,
I'm just looking at a
significantly.
launch trailer.
It was a
It's
three
6
six.
years.
No, that was the Restorm or whatever it was called. That was the re-release of it.
All right, what does Pretty Kitty have to say? Okay, so real quick, I needed to tell you this story. I wonder if
Oh,
I
okay.
did a good thing or if I missed out on a real money grab. So this woman was having a garage sale. I noticed she had an unopened Pokemon Coliseum. Looked brand new. She was selling it for $5 with a bunch of other games. I told her to take it back because it was worth way too much than $5. Was it too nice? You terrible. That was 2 months ago. Pretty Kitty, never do that again. You know what you do? Be like, you know what? I really like this stuff, and I know my nephew is gonna really love it. I'll give you $25 for this. Is that fair? Do you mind? Because I know he's gonna love this. And then she'll be like, oh yeah, I'll take 25
Don't
for it.
lie.
I would.
Don't lie.
I'd make him
Don't
feel better.
no. What you you can still do that without putting a lie into it. You can go, honestly, you're really undervaluing what you have here. Let me give you this much more.
There you go. That's
That's
even
what you could
better.
do.
That's better. That's
Don't
more
lie.
pure.
Don't,
That's
yeah,
pure of heart right there.
you don't need to lie about it. Here we go. Gary, Indiana. I don't know where that's what.
Oh, dude, I was watching a dude go through Gary, Indiana, man. There's some beautiful history there in that city, and some decent people too, dude. I was crazy you say Gary, Indiana. I watched it yesterday, actually. Very interesting documentary. It kind of angers me what had happened in that city and what the dude did with the steel and everything like that. But
You know what
rich
I watched
history.
a documentary on yesterday? Same thing, but a different town. Chantilly?
Never
No.
heard of it.
No. The one in PA that Silent Hill that people think Silent Hill is based off of, but it isn't.
Dude, yeah, where they have the steam coming out of the streets and it's dangerous.
Yeah, because let me see.
Centralia, dude.
Centralia.
I think
Yeah,
it's in Ohio, isn't it?
PA, Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's in Pennsylvania. My Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
and I were going to go there one time and check out the town. Centralia is a very
The,
small,
the,
small
the
town.
town's almost gone. The
Really?
guy did the documentary last year,
Oh, there's a new
and
one out.
there's
I'm going to have to watch it tonight then.
I don't remember who put it out, but it's a guy who has it was like 2 or 3 million views on it, and I can't remember the name, but it was pretty good. He said there's only like after going through it, there's maybe 5 people left in the entire town. With maybe they've torn down almost everything. 4 or 5
Well,
buildings
it's
left.
not
The
safe.
municipal building is there.
The
Yeah,
roads are
but
collapsing in.
apparently the flame has moved on to a town that's like 3 miles down that they're soon going to have to
It just keeps
evacuate.
burning,
Yeah,
dude. They
it's called
cannot stop
it's
it.
called Ashton or Acerton or something like that. Okay, here we go. We've gotten off track. Let's keep answering their questions. This is what we do here. I don't own any statues but I like Batman and Superman only. I am not a fan of it because I own special. Yeah, I can understand why you don't buy statues when you buy NASCAR. A lot of those. Yeah, I saw the same video. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, Batman is number 2. Yes, you are correct. Superman's number 1. And yes, next year they're going to
No
do NASCAR
Batman,
Street.
dude. It's Batman's number one,
It's
dude.
Superman. It's Superman. Superman.
Okay. I mean, I thought it's looked like
Eh,
number
eh,
one.
eh, eh, yeah, he mistyped.
Oh, it's a typo.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Batman's number one, but
It was a Peter Santinello video, the one that you watched
I believe so.
in Gary,
He was
Indiana.
he was wearing like a white tee. He's some white dude, and he went into that derelict church and everything when he started going through the buildings, and then he ended at the
Let me see.
beach. $1 million homes by the beach. Like it was wild. I really liked. I liked the guy. He's got a personality and he's cool with everybody. He's got a. There's a reason why his channel is pretty big. I like Bald and Bankrupt though. His channel is amazing. He's traveled all around the world. He's banned from Eastern Europe. He can't go back there anymore. He's traveled. He goes and looks for like old Russian buildings and stuff like that. Bald and Bankrupt is a really good channel to watch as well.
I think this was the one I watched. Part Time Explorer, I think, is the name of the dude. It's called The Ghost Town That Is Still Burning, and it was about America's burning ghost town documentary. Yeah, that's the one I watched.
Gary,
Yep,
Indiana is the
yep.
home of John Wayne Gacy, isn't it? I live close to it. I think he originally was, and his father was abusive alcoholic that lived in the basement. But he ended up moving to the unincorporated Des Plaines. I used to live in Des Plaines. No, not anymore. But
I have not watched Ahsoka
it
yet.
looked good. Ahsoka looked good. I really liked the way they did her costume and everything.
Yeah, I actually have 2 Batman statues.
Well,
do have
totally redeem yourself there.
Eat a poo.
I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Gary and yeah, okay. So yeah, how we've taken an interesting turn here. We just totally stopped talking about video games here. It's
That's why
just
it's called the side quest. Did you know that
the coal
Spider-Man
mines.
tried to join the Justice League? Well, the Justice League freaking messed up on that one.
That
Charlie, Pennsylvania, has been in fire since 1962.
I guess I don't remember an amalgam, but Yeah, 1962, and will remain on fire for 250 years, is what they said yesterday. It'll
That's
take
insane.
250 years to burn itself out
That is
because of the
wild.
coal that's underneath there. And like they even try to put these vents and everything to let it out and maybe burn itself off, but it allowed oxygen to get in there
So it
and
made it
made it
even
worse.
worse.
Yeah. And it all started with a trash fire that they lit in 1962.
I'm excited that I might turn that on while I play some Pikmin 4 or something.
It was really good. Honestly, like I said, it's from uh, Part Time Explorer. That's the one I watched, and I found it really, really fascinating. So, so yeah, and it doesn't matter. We're not. He's got 2.5 million views on that. So
Good for him.
yeah,
Well deserved.
yeah. So yes, I do love Jesus too. Thank you. Thanks, Gabe. Or he's
When
talking
he,
about 2.5 million views.
when he didn't get into Avengers, and I think it was a funny little flip to a totally different universe. Well, that's what they're doing these days.
Okay, no, 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 no.
I'm not
That was
against
an
this
older.
universe
That was an
thing.
old storyline. That was an old
That was an
storyline,
old storyline.
and
Okay.
he made a. He didn't get into the. It was a number of years ago. I don't remember how many exactly, but he didn't get into the Avengers, and he made a joke. He got into another team. They never showed the Justice League. He made a reference to it,
Oh, I didn't catch that.
and he was
Okay.
making a joke. It was in one of the comics, and I went, "Ah, I see what you did there." So that's what they did. So, but yeah. Uh, One thing I do want to say before, because we're almost encroaching our 2 hour point, and I like to make a little updates for the podcast. Next week, hopefully next week, we are going to have our first guest back. So it was going to be tonight, but I didn't know what time I would get back on, and I didn't want to tell him a certain time and get everything all messed up and everything. I didn't want to do any of that. So we're going to try to do it for next week. If not, we're going to schedule. I will let you guys know. Excuse me. I've been really burpy tonight. And then we have another guest, another returning guest, who you guys will be glad to see. Hopefully. Hopefully. So, and then after that, I'm going to try to get a couple of other people. Like I said, this one, he is a theme park YouTuber. And then there's one other theme park YouTuber that I'm going to try to get her on here because they both still touch on video games and talk about it here and there. But I thought after, especially what the chat has said the last couple of weeks when I mentioned it, that people thought that was an interesting topic to bring in here. So I was like, what the heck? Why not? So, bringing a couple of different voices when we don't have anything about video games to talk about. Who didn't I mention it? I didn't say. If you guys are familiar with Geeks and Gamers, the thing is, I like my guest to be a surprise, but okay, I'll tell you. He's growing his channel. I think he's just hit 2,000 subs. Let me take a look.
Oh, damn. It's a great milestone. That's a milestone that I'm trying to hit is 2,000.
Let me see.
I think I could still do
Yes,
2,000 by the end of the year.
2.06K. And he was at Horror Nights tonight. Okay, it's cool. I was at Horror Nights last night, so that's probably why he went there because when I told him. So his name is the Rogue Attraction. Go, you guys go check him out. He's aligned with the Geeks and Gamers guys. He does streaming with them. If we can get him on next week, if our schedules align, and after that, Drunk 3PO will be joining us soon. I spoke with him, and he will be joining the podcast once again. So
Yeah, I love Dave's comment.
you do that. You do that, Dave. You do that. You know what? Just for that, I'm not even going to look into Spotify until
Oh, that's great. That
later.
is great.
Later. See, well, what? Because Cody's not here, Dave has to give us the poo. I was going to say another word, and I'm like, no.
Give us
Let me
the.
behave. What?
I can't. I had a word. It escaped. I don't know.
Give us the woohoo.
The woohoo.
Give us the woohoo. What is this? I will rewatch stream tomorrow morning too. Thank you for that.
We appreciate it.
And and Gabe's just over there yelling and having fun all by himself in the chat.
That's what we like to see.
So, I'm clicking on the wrong things over here. I don't have Spotify, but yeah, you know what? I just don't know what to do with Spotify. I don't know
Neither do
how
I.
to even go about it.
Oh, you need an account first.
Well, I have a Spotify account. I have the one to listen to stuff, but I don't know if it includes uploading or what it takes to get with them or whatnot. I really haven't looked into it. And the thing is, taking this, I can download the audio and upload it over there. And he's in the shower laughing and going, woohoo, good for you. So cool. Looking forward to seeing Rogue Attraction on the podcast. I see him. You know what's funny? I've only run into him in the park like once. And it was when I first heard about him, and I'm like, oh, wait, I know who that is.
That's
and I couldn't
funny.
remember his name. And then it was at Universal. And then there are many times where I've seen him online and he's doing a live stream, and I'm either just getting back home from the park, or I'm like, oh, I'm going to be there later today. And he's like, oh, I'm leaving. I'm like, ah. So, but apparently John prefers Apple Music over Spotify. What are you guys talking about? I'm confused.
Pretty Kitty saw that my headset battery was notification is low. She's just reminding me. That's all.
How can you see it? You've got
on my screen. It goes in front of everything. I did see it. Thank you very much, Pretty Kitty. I appreciate you, and I appreciate that keen eye of yours.
Yes, I'm sure that's not the only thing you appreciate.
Yep.
You know what? I agree. I do miss my Zune.
I had a Zune. I liked my Zune a lot. It was cool.
I had 3. I only have 1 now.
Of course you had 3. That's all?
I had 2 in my car. I had the HD and the Zune HD and the regular Zune. The one, well, the version 2 with the long screen and the touch, they got stolen out of my car one night. Apparently I forgot to lock my car. The one night I was distracted by something. This was a long time ago. Maybe 10 years. I don't know. Maybe 8. No, it was about 10 years ago because it was before my wife and I even met. So yeah, it was probably about 10 years ago now. Holy moly.
Time flies by.
Yeah, and then they were stolen out of my car. The only one I still have left is my Halo 3 Zune. And it broke the little charging cable piece.
Yeah.
I pulled it out too hard and it broke the connector port on the inside. And when I tried to get it fixed, Microsoft said, we don't have parts for that anymore. I was like, what? But they were still making the regular Zune.
I'm looking on eBay right now. They're bricks, dude. $85 for the one I used to have. Zune 30 gig.
They're expensive.
$85.
No, like that.
The Zune music service was before Spotify. People weren't used to it. Microsoft was way ahead of the game.
It was Zune and then Groove Music.
Yeah.
And then they merged Groove into Spotify.
Bucks for this Brown first gen 30 gig Star-Lord version. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now, okay, I see they're talking to each other.
I have a copy of my Bad Fur Day. Oh man, I'm so glad I have it.
I regret selling a lot of those games that, like my Conkers, and I did a lot of that with.
Well, you know what I'm upset with, to be fair?
The Pokemon Stadium or Pokemon XD, whichever one it was, the GameCube, complete in box.
Nice.
My Pikachu Nintendo 64.
Oh wow. Yeah. Do you have an orange?
Yeah, I had that.
You know what's sought after?
The blue one.
Old?
The blue one.
Well, I thought the orange Xboxes are sought after. That's funny.
I still have VHS in my garage, car hold, as the British would say.
But yeah, all right.
Wait, I got to go shower and then start some Mortal Kombat. Yes, I do have Mortal Kombat. I just haven't had a chance to play it. I've been so busy, but I'm going to try to make some kind of video on it tomorrow It's just hard recording game footage for that because you get demonetized or limited.
Oh,
So I can only do footage without blood, and it's really tough.
Pretty Kitty had R2D2 360 and had the C3PO controller. Yeah, you
Didn't we
messed
talk
up there.
about that last
I
week?
was just gonna talk. We talked about
Yeah.
that last week.
Yeah.
I still
I gave my
honestly, I'm gonna. I really want that Call of Duty controller. That thing is just
you,
killer, dude.
you see that? John did give me his copy of Pokemon Red.
I used to have Pokemon Red. I don't know where it went.
And he gave me a thing that has all these Game Boy manuals, and there was the manual in it for it. So I bought a repro box, and now I have almost like a complete copy. So the box is repro. I did a video on it, and it's pretty cool.
I
I
swear I
appreciate
have
that, John.
my red. I never recall selling Pokemon Red.
I regret selling my yellow and blue. I regret selling my black. I regret, yeah. But hey, it is what it is. I don't sell anything Nintendo anymore. Nothing
Nope, that's the only
Nintendo
thing
ever
that
leaves my house.
retains its value. If I
I'll,
do
I'll
start
give yeah.
collecting more Nintendo stuff, it's 100% going to be the Japanese stuff. My buddy Ninja
I have
Turtles
a
for
ton
my
of
birthday last year
Japanese stuff.
bought me Diddy Kong Racing Japanese mint in box, beautiful instructions, everything.
I have Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Smash Brothers, Pilot Wings, Harvest
Loved Pilot
Moon.
Wings. I own a copy.
I have a number of other ones. I'll send you a picture later. But all these complete in box, Japanese. I'll send you the shelf of all my Japanese complete in box. And I have Super Nintendo complete in box, ton of them.
Dude, this Xbox One pre-owned
Did you see
Microsoft
the new
One
official?
Xbox
Yes.
One controller.
Is it
$75?
Retrobit that's putting it out? I think it's Retrobit that's putting out official Blockbuster Video Switch game case. It looks like the Blockbuster Video case. You open it up, there's a VHS. You open up the VHS and it holds the games. It's so nifty. I'm really tempted. Really
I'm
tempted
gonna
on
have to
ordering
look
that.
that up. Blockbuster.
Yeah,
It's who makes it?
I think it's Retrobit. I want to say it's Retrobit.
I still have my Blockbuster card. I have to dig it up in my little special
Mine
case.
somewhere.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta find it somewhere.
Um. Wow. His cousin owns every
That's
Japanese
impressive.
Famicom and disc game and console. That's a lot because they got more games in Japan than we got in than NES games.
Pretty Kitty used to work at Blockbuster and still has her name tag. That's amazing. Pictures or you're lying.
I until right before I moved, I still had all my Best Buy T-shirts and game tags. I got hired at Blockbuster. I worked there for 2 weeks and then quit. It was the
Okay.
worst job I ever got. I didn't even finish with training.
I'm looking
Waiting
at
for
this
Mike Tyson
retro
to sign it.
limited
You
series.
should. You should get Mike Tyson to sign your Punch Out.
That'd be amazing. Holy cow. I don't understand how this case works. They're not showing images.
I still have my
There it
Toys
is.
R Us card somewhere. I know I saw it
Okay.
not too long ago.
20. How much is this thing?
Oh.
$21. Blockbuster VHS mini Switch game case. 246.
It's cool just to
It's
have.
just 12. It only holds 12 games.
Yeah, that's
That's
the thing
small,
when you have.
but it's really small.
That's what she said. I have over seven. I think I've broken the 700 game mark now.
Yeah, you get. Yeah,
I have to recount.
You're on a whole different level.
It's my. You know what? Someone commented on my video that I said 600, the 600 plus games. He's like, yeah, I have over 1,000, but I sold like 200, and I was like, okay. And then he said he got the Pikachu Nintendo 60. He got all kinds of stuff, and I'm like, worth. Okay, I could see that.
I think this Blockbuster mini case is worth $5, and they're selling it for 20, and it's super small. I thought it was the size of a regular VHS.
It is. It is. I saw a guy on Instagram through their thing holding it. It's the size of a VHS case. Yeah,
It's tempting.
because the outside is the full size of VHS, and the VHS on the inside
I'm just
it
trying
opens
to
up and it's a case for
looking
games.
because I'm looking at how the cartridges are in there, and the cartridges are so small.
Do you realize how mall of VHS is, it's only about that big, dude. Yeah, they're really not as big as you may remember. Remember, your hands were a lot smaller when you were a child. We do know you have tiny, tiny little girly hands, but still, that's not that big.
That's what she said.
There you go. Yeah, I'm glad you admitted it.
I still think that
Hollywood
that game
Video. I don't have
cases.
a Hollywood Video card.
I remember Hollywood
My mom
Video.
did.
I had one. They also had a naughty section in the back at Hollywood.
And you always tried to slip in there?
Of course I did.
They caught you?
Of course I did not.
I only rented one game from there once, I think. Then we had another one
I
called
didn't have a great selection. We had a big
10,000
Blockbuster
movies.
across the street, so it's like there was no point.
Blockbuster was headquartered here in Florida, and it was owned by Wayne Huizinga, who owned the Dolphins at the time. The more you know.
Not only that, the guy who made Netflix
I went to Blockbuster golfing games.
The guy who made Netflix was like, "Hey, Blockbuster guy, you want to team up?" He's like, "No." Big mistake.
Oh yeah, and then mwah, mwah,
Just
mwah.
imagine that guy's like, and then Blockbuster went under.
Wow. Well, yeah, your wife was born in '93. I remember you saying that, and she grew up with DVDs. Where we grew up, I grew up with
I was
VHS.
born in '84.
We did have a. I think my dad had a. Wow, you were born. You're a youngin', dude. You're a wee baby. Uh, Laserdisc. I remember those. I didn't own one. Nobody owned one. I don't know anybody that owned one. Didn't we talk about this last week?
I don't have not a
I'm
laser
getting
disc.
deja vu.
Not a laser disc.
So yeah, it's funny. What am I? Only a year older than you?
Yes.
Wait, you're 84?
Yeah. Pretty Kitty was born in 1990. I said, "You're old as fuck." She said, "Don't talk to me, caveman. You got the hair. You got hair like a caveman."
Oh,
I'm glad
did you see?
I'm glad I still have hair.
Oh, you could have thinning hair like me, but I've had thinning hair for.
I've had my hair
a
really
while.
long, like long for the stream. Sometimes, like it's winter, I might be growing it back out, but
Yeah,
I
you
like it
saw
short.
but I think when you and I first met, I had really long hair.
I believe
I had
so.
it down to here at once.
It's been a couple
And
years
then
already, I think, dude. Which is wild.
July of 21.
That's wild. Dude.
I think it was. I remember it was July, or was it October? I don't remember. I think it was July of 21. My wife and I went to Disney Springs, and there's what is it called? Art of Shaving, and it's a very bougie men's barber and whatnot.
Okay.
And I go there usually for my birthday. It's real, but they give you the oh my god treatment and everything. That was where the guy went, whoosh, and my wife kept it in a bag.
Yeah, I
She still
remember.
has
Yeah, I
all that
remember
hair.
you mentioning that.
Yeah, Gabe's in his rocking chair because he's actually 56. Most people don't realize it. He's 56, or was it 66? I don't quite remember. He's old. He's ancient. He is a boomer. No, I
Okay,
think he's
boomer.
greatest generation.
I
I
hate
think
that
he's
song
greatest
so bad.
generation. I think he was he did fight in Nam.
The greatest generation that ruined our economy.
I remember. No, that was the Boomers did it.
Yeah, the boomers.
Yeah. I remember Incredible Universe. Yeah, I remember going to Incredible
EB
Universe.
Games Electronics Boutique, dude, was my jam.
I worked at EB
Damn.
before they got bought out by GameStop.
Didn't you used to work at Microsoft or something too?
Something like that. Yeah, something like that.
You did.
Yeah, I didn't. I haven't had. Yeah, no, I think that was just when he met me. I sported a goatee for a while.
Oh man, really? That's so Floridian of you, dude. That's such a
he's
Florida
69.
thing to do is rock a
What a
goatee,
goat-
dude. Shit.
Dude, I was rocking a goatee in high school, man. I had a
Damn,
goatee
bro.
for a
You're
while.
one of them,
I was at Fred Durst.
In high school, I always clean
Wow.
shaved. Your wife kept your hair. She sounds like a creepler. Yeah,
Yeah, that's her thing, creepler.
creepler. That's a good one. I like that.
So,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
yeah. She has it in a little baggie under her bed
Nice.
because we have these drawers underneath our bed. We have one of those bed things instead of having
Anything
what do you call it?
happens
But
to you,
whatever.
she just take that, use that as DNA, and clone you, dude.
Bingo. Yeah, John has a
Loyalty.
goatee now. So
John, do you live
yeah,
in Florida?
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
The Florida thing, man. You can get away
Hey,
with that. You can get away with
I
that
had
stuff
a
in Florida.
dude. I'm Florida man right here. Um, I used to. Didn't
Chicago,
they
they wear
have
a
a
lot of
goatee?
mustaches up here. A lot of hipsters, dude. They rock
Oh, the
mustaches.
porn stash.
Oh
That porn
yeah,
stash is weird.
they rock them up here,
Didn't you
dude.
do that for like a day? And I was like, don't do that.
I did.
Yeah, I remember. I was like, dude, don't do that. And I
When I
think you
shaved
shaved
my
it the next
beard,
time. Yeah.
when I shaved my beard, I think I sent you a picture of my thick stash.
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I'm
I was
saying?
like, it looks like you're gonna try to touch a kid. I hate that.
Yikes.
I hate
Okay.
just the.
Well,
It's
you
not
had to
the
take it.
'80s.
You
It's not
took it
Tom
way.
Selleck.
You took it way to a different level. No, I just wanted a mustache, bro. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
where you're
but the
getting
thing
all
is,
that
the
stuff.
thick black mustache with the thick black hair. Come on. Whenever they show you the picture of the guy that gets arrested for touching little kids, yeah, it's kind
Pretty
of
Kitty goes,
creepy.
don't act like you had hair on your facial region in high school. You probably had a crustache at most. No, I had facial hair. I
Uh,
had a good 5 o'clock shadow. I probably would have been way cooler in high school if I didn't shave.
it's
Hiding my beard from
he
Nick. I can grow a beard. I've grown a beard. But my ex at the time, she's like, "You look like you're from Middle East. You should probably shave this." While she's playing with it and
yeah,
enjoying it, and it's like, okay,
X keyword X.
oh yeah, that's right.
So you know what you need to do? You need to grow that beard out, good sir. Let's beard it up. Let's see how long we could grow our beards by the end of November.
If we started, well, man, you did that
Well, I just had a
yesterday.
haircut.
Yesterday I trimmed all this down. I would have had a good head start on
Well, we
this.
don't have it. It doesn't need to be a race. We just start. I got mine trimmed just a little bit, not here too much, just a light little trim. So it's not super long, but we can do
I
this.
have a wedding I'm standing up in on September 30th. I have to ask the girls how long they want my beard to be. I know they'll want it a decent length, but I need to at least get it at a semi handsome length.
You need beard game. Yeah. See, I was like, I knew he was talking to you.
Beard gain? No, I'm
But
actually
yeah,
pretty good. It takes me about 4 months to grow a full 4 or 5 months so I
grow
can have
that beard.
a nice
Grow
decent
that beard. Grow that beard. Grow that
No
beard.
Shave
And you're
November is
just
coming up. Don't worry, y'all. Can beard race soon. There's also something that has to do with walnuts on November. No walnut. No chestnut November
Oh,
or no walnut November. What do they call that? That's coming up.
you
That's a
would
couple
bring
months
that up.
away. That's a couple months away. For the squirrels, man. Save the squirrels. Right?
Do you know that song by Big and Rich? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. There
Save a
you go.
horse, ride a cowboy. Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't know. You're from Chicago.
I
You're
know
a
that
city
song,
boy.
dude. Come
I'm
on.
Southern.
Oh, that's right. No,
See,
not
I
November.
can
Thank
pull
you,
it.
pretty kitty.
I'm Southern, and I spent my summers in Appalachia in the mountains.
Look at you. You're Appalachian now.
What? My family's, but my family's from the mountains, from West Virginia, West by God, Virginia.
Oh, wow. That's actually really cool.
So well, I haven't been there in a while. My wife and I said we were going to either next year or the year after take a road trip, and just I'm going to show her all the places I spent my summers and grew up and stuff like
That's
that
pretty
up
cool,
there.
man. Take
Yeah.
some photos. I'm sure it looks great. I'm sure it looks really,
No,
really
I'm going to
cool.
go on that amazing vacation and not take a single photo.
Of course, I knew it. I freaking knew it, dude.
Well, if I had an iPhone, I wouldn't do it because what's the purpose?
Oh, well, they have a better camera now. Have you seen how great the camera is on those things?
And they still haven't caught up to the S23 Ultra,
And what does S23 Ultra provide?
a better camera.
See, you can't.
So
You're a
I
horrible
can't get a
master
full
debater,
beard.
dude. Can't get a
you
full
you are
beard.
the best master debater.
Yeah. Oklahoma born and raised. It sucks. I get told how hick I am all the time, and I think I
Ain't
do a
nothing
good
wrong with
job of
that.
hiding it. I
Oh, I don't care. I wear my flannels. I have my camo, my Chevy hat, and I'm. You guys have seen it. I
just
have
embrace it,
American
man.
flags all over
Just
everything. I'm
embrace
like,
it. I don't. I know, like when I go to other places, especially on the West Coast, people always want to have a smart ass comment of to be like, "Oh, you're totally from Chicago. I could tell from your accent." And that's like,
So,
okay, so what? I like, yeah, this is where I was born and raised. I could tell by your accent. You're part asshole. I understand that. Oh, okay. I got you. Like, there's no reason to make fun of how anybody freaking talks from where they are. They should embrace that and be who you are. Don't forget that. Be who you are.
yeah,
The
because
more you
God
know.
made you a certain way, and that's who you are. It's yep. And I
Yeah,
have no problem when people say, "Oh, you're from Florida." Yep.
yeah. So what? Who
It's
cares?
like, "Oh, you're redneck." My dad's from South Carolina. My
People
mom's from
say
West
stupid
Virginia. It
things.
happens.
Jeez, pretty kitty.
What is
Y'all
she
are
doing
long
over there?
travels. Because people would say I sounded a tarded when I said ain't y'all or had long draws on words. Yeah, because people are ignorant.
Stupid.
Yeah, or stupid.
Stupid.
I'm being nicer, but I don't see Florida as redneck. I see them as Florida man crazy. Well, get out of your echo chamber bubble. They're pretty kitty.
I love Florida. This is greatest
Florida's
state.
great.
Greatest state.
I like Florida a lot.
You know what? You should visit Florida.
Well, I gotta check out I gotta see what the cost is with everything because this wedding is costing me a fortune, unfortunately, and that's on the 30th. So I gotta see how much I could recoup. But then we're talking the third week of October, right? Whoa,
Whoa.
what just happened, man?
I'm just clicking on buttons.
Yikes!
Whoa.
Thanks.
Nope, that didn't do anything.
Have you done
That didn't
so?
do anything.
So
That
are
didn't
you
do anything.
experimenting with like options?
It just
Here?
randomly put us on the side. We're just gonna. Yeah, that's all I'm doing here. Oh no, no, where'd it go? Where'd
Hey,
we go?
too
That's a little
much.
weird, isn't
Push it away,
it?
dude.
Oh no,
Push it
where do we
away.
go? There we go. Yeah, that's what happens when you're like, hey, there's options down here. What if I just do that
I
during?
prefer
Hey,
this
we're
one.
at that end.
Yeah.
Oh, Graham, you yes, yes.
New York
Florida
gets
is great.
cold. New York gets cold, man. It's like Chicago. We're getting real cold. It was 80 something. It was 82, 83 today. I go out to go for a run, which I did. But I go outside the door in my Dago tee, and I walk right back in and go, what's the temperature? 67, 68. I'm like, well, that's great. That's wonderful. So then I put a shirt on.
Oh wow, my phone's dying. I
Well,
have.
so is my heart.
Well, that's just because you're old.
Yeah.
So, because I have the chat running over here. No, what are you doing? Go away. Hate when that comes up. So yeah, it was 94 yesterday. It's 77 right now, but it was 94. I think when we left to go to Horror Nights, and then once we got there, it started cooling off, and when the sun went down, it was in the upper 80, lower, excuse me, lower 80s. I think it was 80, 82 for most of the night. Excuse me. See, yeah, you know what? I'm not a fan of the beach. I never really have been. I like the beach at
I'm
night. I
I'm
don't like the beach
scared.
during the
I
day.
have Teslaphobia, so if I get into too deep of water, if it's like 10 feet, I nope, not in the ocean. Not in the
Oh, I
ocean for
thought
me,
you
man.
said Tesla, like you're afraid of
I think
Elon
it's
Musk.
Thessalophobia or Teslaphobia.
No, I like Tesla. You're afraid of Teslas.
Tethelophobia. I think it might be Tethelophobia.
I don't know, but you're afraid of deep water or deep ocean water.
Both. I can swim fine, dude. I swim very, very well. But like when it comes to being in the ocean, lakes, I don't care. Lakes are fine. When it comes to being
See,
in the ocean, I cannot do it.
I
Do
don't like
not
being
put
in the
me in
ocean
deep
or
water
lake.
in the ocean. And
I swimming pool,
if I can't see the bottom, forget it. Hey Nick, come on
not
in. The
just
water's great. We're in the middle of the ocean. Oh, the water's nice and warm. Can you see the bottom? No. Sorry, I'm good.
see. I also, if I can't see what's in there with me, I don't want to be swimming with fish and no, no, no. I don't like salt water. So
Pretty kitty goes, let's play raft together sometime. I'm good. No, I'm good.
when I was on vacation in DR, that was the beach. That I heard in the Caribbean, the water can get like crystal clear. I think my wife was saying in Haiti, Port-au-Prince, I think it was. That's what she was saying. It's like super. Uh, Cocoa Beach. I spent a lot of time in Cocoa Beach. We had some family friends that lived in Cocoa Beach growing up, but it's not as nice as it used to be, from what I heard. Wait, what? What did I miss something? I only like Chevy and
Oh yeah,
Hyundai.
Hyundai
Any other car
Genesis,
company?
baby. Yes, yes. John, have you seen my riced out little
Camaro,
Hyundai?
Camaro,
Excuse me. Do you
and
have
I have
something
a
stuck in your
Colorado.
throat?
You do.
No, Hyundai.
You do.
Mopar, bro. Mopar. Motor parts. Motor and parts, baby. Mopar. Chevy. Let's go. Mopar, bro.
No, Mopar is Dodge.
Oh, it's Dodge?
I'm
Dodge?
offended. You are officially fired. Hey, it looks like we have a new spot open for another. You want to offend me? That's how you offend me. Insult my Chevys. You're like, you want to fight? I'll take.
Pretty Kitty
I'll
says
take
Chevy
you.
should only make trucks.
You know what? There's a reason you're not in the good chat. Oh,
Hey man, I got mine. I got my side. You got your side.
and you know what? My side's the better side
Whatever,
because
man.
we've got because Gabe's over here. We got Graham. We got John. Not sure who else is in here. We got other people. We've got lurkers. Do you have lurkers? I got lurkers.
I have. I only have 3 people hanging out. We had like around 5, 6 for a little bit.
Yeah, we had up to 11 at one point.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate them all. I appreciate everybody.
I appreciate all. If there's one person in here, if there's 20 people, if there's 200, only once did we get in the hundreds, and that was when we had RGT 85.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you get minor celebrities.
I just want to be able to make some money off my content. Chill, dude. Just make content all day.
That's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working towards. I will say, just keep upload daily. And the way YouTube's working now, and this is for anybody who's in here, who's still in here, D-Man, whoever has a channel. What's working right now on YouTube, and apparently there's a lot of channels that have been talking about it. And I did the same thing. I went, all right, I'm going to try to go this route, and I've grown exponentially. Don't worry about quality of your video. Don't worry about fancy editing and
Yeah.
1080p or 4K or 8K. Don't worry about any of that. Just be entertaining and have a good personality. I know that's a hard one to do.
The personality, man, I don't know. That's really tricky for people.
It is. But
you
if
could
you
develop
can
it though, and it needs to be. If you don't really have
Right.
one, you could work on it.
I did. I went from being from the guy who talked like this and talking like that to, hey, people are watching me every week.
I'm just naturally obnoxious, so.
You're not obnoxious.
Well, I can be
not.
obnoxious, dude.
I'm sure you could be. I think we all can.
It's true.
But no, you're a nice guy. You're definitely a nice guy.
Appreciate
it. Pump out as much content as you can. Now, shorts are very important.
Oh yeah.
Even though you make nothing off of them. I've quadrupled my views in the last week on shorts alone. And I've gotten about 30 or 40 more subscribers than I normally would because of shorts.
Shorts are helping.
But you gotta find the right kind. Shorts based off this podcast. You might see this in a short. Who knows? And a few thousand views. So I would say put as many videos as you can. Daily uploads. Make sure you're doing it at the same time every day. And people will subscribe. People will see it. YouTube will push it. So, and try to make your stuff hit the algorithm in terms of things like use a lot of SEO, see what's buzzing, see what's popping, and feed into that. And pick your niche. Pick your niche. And you know what? I do like cargo shorts. I'm not wearing them right now. I'm wearing jean shorts, but I do wear camo cargo shorts. That's what I was wearing last night at Horror Nights. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, today I hit the
Thank you, John. Of course, I appreciate it.
1,620 followers. I'm up 29 followers.
You've been going up.
I've been going up.
I've been watching and I'm like, hey, the more
It's feeling really
because
good.
you're posting more consistently.
Yeah, and it's cool to finally start having the real time tracker on and
Uh
watch
huh.
number and starting to watch numbers move. That's
Okay,
really
don't
really
get
cool.
addicted to that.
I
You
know,
will.
I
I'm
know.
already, and I've been trying to break it. Like when my wife and I go out. Like yesterday, I noticed while we were at Horror Nights, whenever I was in
But you
line or
went to
something
it.
waiting, yeah, and I'm like, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. So I try to. I'm actually thinking of going down to a dumb phone for a little bit.
Do you think?
Just a Nokia or something, just to pull back that for a while. But I don't know. I used to have a work phone for the business, but I realized I just use one now. And I had a dumb phone for my second line, and it made life when we went to Disney and when we go to the parks or we'd go out on dinner. It just made life a lot easier because the only thing I get were texts and phone calls.
Well, I mean, you could put. I'm almost certain you could limit the time you're on apps and stuff like that. Like you could set times.
It's still not the thing. It's the fact that it's still there.
Yeah, I
It's
got
still
you.
there. So, but yes, wow,
Yeah, we
this is
went on.
now officially the longest
I
podcast we've ever been on.
I was going to have to go early, but my friend hit me up and things got taken care of, so that's why I was
I,
able to
I
hang out.
figured,
Yeah.
I figured it was something like that because when you didn't say, "Hey, we got to call it," I was like, "I'm just going to go until he's done," because we could do this for hours.
Yeah.
I could keep going. What was it? I could do this forever. Remember when Captain America was actually Captain
Oh,
America?
America's
I
ass.
miss old what?
America's ass. Captain America is America's ass. No,
What?
you've never seen in not Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War. America's ass. No, come on, guys, help me out in chat here, dude. Come
I've
on.
seen all those Marvel movies,
Then he
and
says
well,
something else.
I stopped watching Marvel after Endgame. I watched a few here and there, and they were. I've watched all the Spider-Man ones.
It's
I
after
watched
Endgame.
Morbius, and I watched Venom and Venom Two. I watched the second Doctor Strange, which was
Oh,
terrible.
I did not like it at all. The first one was
Um,
fantastic. The second one was.
it was probably one of the worst movies I've ever
I
seen.
paid like $15 to rent it because it was still new, and I regretted it.
We had Disney Plus, and because we don't have Disney Plus anymore,
I
but
would pay for that.
yeah, we discontinued it, and we watched it. And we're like, what in the world did we just watch? Like my wife just looked at me and went, "That was awful." I was
Well,
like,
and
"Yep."
I and like the first Doctor Strange was like one of my favorite ones out of the Marvel series.
I love the Venom movies because I know they're not right, and I just went into it. I'm like, all right, I'm going in for the comedy, because I was like, this isn't correct Venom. And I like that they reference it is in a different universe. After they did that, I went, all right, it's a completely different universe Venom. Fine with it. 100% fine with it, as long as they say this isn't mainline Venom. Once they do that, I'm like, okay. But they didn't destroy him to the point where it just went stupid. And that was the thing that I actually enjoyed.
Is
Let
that
There Be Carnage was a little
yeah, compared to the first one, because I did
yeah.
find the first one fairly entertaining. How was it compared to the
What,
first
Let
one?
There Be Carnage?
Yeah.
It was all right. I did like what's his name? Woody Harrelson as Cletus Cassidy. I think he played a very good Cletus, but it still bothers me that there was no Spider-Man to have the black costume first, and then it came off of that way. And the first one had all those symbiotes and everything, so that kind of but the whole Venom thing was pretty good. Yeah, that's true. That's true, and we know modern Marvel right now is rough. But with everything going on at Disney, we may not have Marvel movies anymore anytime soon. Oh, and did you hear that they might be canceling shelving Aquaman 2?
Good. It was
I like the
terrible.
first Aquaman movie.
Oh,
It
it's
was I.
terrible. I could barely watch it.
Uh,
I I stopped
The thing is,
actually.
most of the DC movies are terrible.
Well, not only that, yeah, that's true. Also, that woman who's in there
Amber Heard.
is,
It's because of Amber Heard
yeah, nobody
is
wants to
why
see
it's
it.
probably going to get shelved. They think it's going to do worse than The Flash, and The Flash lost them $500 million.
Oh, good. Maybe you shouldn't be hiring, criminals to be in your movie. I don't know.
Yeah, they did just drop a trailer too. They did. That's the whole thing
They
going on.
apparently said
I think
Heard's only in
Clownfish
there
and
for like
another
10,
rubber.
10 minutes or something.
They edited her. She was like half the movie, and they edited her out. They
DC hasn't been
refilmed
doing the
scenes.
genre
Yeah.
justice with the movies. They have not. I don't know. There's something going on with pacing. They're not very good at pacing on these DC movies at all.
I'm going to tell you something, Graham.
I would probably only
It
like the Batman
wasn't.
stuff.
It wasn't the worst of all the DC movies. It could have been worse. I went in expecting utter, complete donkey duty. It was just a little donkey duty.
Pretty Kitty brings up a good point. The Wonder Woman movies have all been the best of all. Well, I only like the one Wonder Woman movie. I didn't even bother watching 1984 Wonder Woman. I liked the first one before that. That was great. I really enjoyed it because Gal
first one
Gadot,
was
she's a
all
good
right.
actress and she's gorgeous.
First one was all right. I actually liked Batman v Superman. It wasn't terrible. I just wish
Fell asleep in the movie theater.
I did. It was a little too
was
long. I will say that. And Superman had Spider-Man in Civil War, in Captain America Civil War, had more lines than Superman had in Batman v Superman, and he was the title character. Yeah.
Oh, the remake of Harry Potter? Nah, I think that's silly.
If they had kept Henry Cavill in it and finished the VFX, yes, I agree. Henry Cavill is my... It's tough, but I almost wanted to say he was my favorite Superman.
I want to be like Henry
Reeves.
Cavill. If I ever had a celebrity status, I want to be like Henry Cavill.
He's just awesome. Him or Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt is great too. I like Chris Pratt
He's just a great person.
You can tell he's just a genuine dude.
And he's just a good person.
Yeah.
And you don't get those in Hollywood. Hey, it could be a sham as far as we know.
Married to Arnold
but it doesn't look
Schwarzenegger's
like
daughter.
It. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Be scared of him, Arnold. Arnold's my hero, dude.
Yeah, but Chris Pratt is epic. I like Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yes, I agree. Henry Cavill is also pretty
wholesome, handsome man. I want to be like him.
Be careful over there. I can see what you're doing. You're starting to shake over there.
No, my hands are right here, dude. Relax. Damn, dog.
He's like, I got caught. Well, your hands are up there now. Doesn't mean you weren't doing it at that time. You know what? You're gonna have to podcast like this.
All right, no more Henry Cavill. He did.
And there goes his hands. He's like, sorry, Gal Gadot. No, Henry Cavill. I'm like, what?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, where are we going over here? Batman versus Superman. It was good.
Batman Beyond live action would be insane.
No, it wouldn't. They would kill it these days. They would destroy it. And in order for it to do it right, by the way, rumor has it,
we'd be good.
Rumor has it, they're going to bring George Clooney in as current DCU, whatever James Gunn's Batman is actually going to be.
George Clooney. Didn't we talk about this? George Clooney, great Bruce Wayne, shitty Batman. Come on.
Correct.
Yes.
And Val Kilmer was a great Batman. Not so good Bruce Wayne.
100%.
And Michael Keaton was best everything.
Best everything.
But I also think that, what do you call it? Ben Affleck was great at both. I
thought
next
Ben
to
Affleck
Michael
was
Keaton,
fantastic. I thought Ben Affleck is a great Batman.
Agreed. 110%. Second best Batman. Worst is this new guy. Just barely.
I rewatched that
Christian
movie
Bale
last weekend.
Barely beats him out. And I really don't like Christian Bale. I actually liked Sasha Cale as Supergirl and Flash much better than the CW one. I'm okay with it because as long as they say alternate reality, alternate timeline, this isn't the real one. when they try to push and say, nope, this is the only one, this is the main one, everything that you know, forget about it, then I'm done. I'm like, no. And that's what Marvel wants to do.
Black Adam wasn't. I'm almost done with Black Adam. I've been enjoying Black Adam.
Wait,
Isaac on my end.
It's one movie.
I know.
How many times have you been?
It was late. I started it late. I was working on a Lego. I didn't finish it. And Isaac liked the Flash.
See,
I
didn't hate it, but I wasn't. What?
You can stay. If you want to stay and do your thing, you can. I do actually have to go now.
What are we talking about? Wait,
I mean,
are you talking to me or your chat?
No, everyone. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we'll end it. Thank you guys for. It's 2.5 hours. It's 11:41. We started at 9:15. Thank you guys for being in here this long.
I can't believe it was actually that long.
These long streams are fun, but thank you guys for especially allowing our side quests to be so side questy. But thank you guys so much for being here.
I hate to break up the powwow here, man. You can stay here as long as you want.
It's been 2.5 hours. It's time to hoot for the night. Because that means, I guess, close it or whatnot.
Okay, I guess so.
So we're done. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thank you for being here and staying with us for as long as you guys have.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. This was a long one. I didn't realize how long it
was. So very much. We appreciate everything. Can't wait to see you guys next week. And look at Grim.
Freaking Grim.
You know what? Freaking Grim. You know what? We're gonna have to do something where it's like Grim and just put him there. Just Grim. Just Grim.
That's why you get a heads up. You get a heads up, and people can see like donations and things like that. That's why I like to do things in OBS and make my own assets and make cool things.
I have that. I have that kind of stuff, but I know there's a way to do it through here and stuff like that, but I haven't figured it out. I will.
I don't know too much about StreamYard yet.
StreamYard, yeah. The thing is, I've used it for work when I was with the company I was with before, and I didn't have to do all that. I didn't have to worry about that. But now, in order to do, I think, all that fancy stuff, I have to have the next one up.
Well, you have to probably pay for premium or something like that.
Well,
right?
I have there's like 3 tiers, and I have like the middle tier. So.
Oh, okay.
But again, thank you so much, Graham. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. We're going to have to call it a night, but I'm glad we're able to go almost 2.5 hours with you guys. Do you want to say anything before we head out?
I just appreciate everybody, and I appreciate the donation by Dave. That's going to be my coffee in the morning. You guys are really great and wonderful. It's inspires me to keep making content. And these past few days, I've been trying to really crank out and uphold my personal promise to myself and make sure that I keep making good content that I would watch, and I think that you guys would watch. So, and you guys all hanging out with new lighting. The unboxings will have new lighting. I promise that one. So thanks, guys. I appreciate everybody on Red Bandana's side, and of course Isaac and Pretty Kitty and you guys that jump on my end here. I appreciate. Yeah,
thank you for joining us over on Nick's end. We really appreciate everybody who's watching.
We'll figure out how to.
We'll get it to work. We'll get it to work.
Worlds together. Yeah.
When worlds collide.
Yes.
Oh man, I've been so burpy tonight. This is like the burp cast. It's like Ready to Burp podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm done. Good night, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching again. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Share this with everybody. Tell your friends about Ready to Start. And like I said, we've got some great guests coming soon. We're going to go back to that format. And hey, and if there are weeks where we don't have guests, you're still going to get to see our ugly faces.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys so much. We really appreciate it. And like we always say, be legendary.
Be legendary.
He still doesn't have his own catchphrase. You need a catchphrase.
Eventually, man.
Thanks again. Good night, everybody.